What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Random Encounter Podcast, episode 181. I'm your host, James, and I am joined by the Dress for Your Master, the Dominant himself, Bryant.
Live from Gotham City for the last time. I got all the achievements in Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight.
You should have been
So I'm
like
done.
live from like side 7 or something like that.
The hell is Side 7?
You don't know what side 7 is?
No.
You're wearing their shirt. That's one of the colonies
That's
from
Gundam.
Gundam.
Like the original Gundam?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen the original Gundam.
Oh, you never did? Oh.
No, I just like I like how Gundams look. I love Gundam Wing, and I really like Iron Blooded Orphans.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen the OG series. Nope. I should though, because I know that one with the weird name was done by wasn't it done by Anno from Evangelion or something like that? The Kuruks.
Oh
or whatever
yeah,
it's called.
that one was correct. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
all the mobile suits were designed by him. I don't know if he did the whole story, but I know for sure the design was done by him.
Cool.
But I mean, you might as well wait because there's a remake of that coming soon. They announced that with the
really?
anniversary. Yeah, they announced with the anniversary a remake of the original Gundam series, which I think is cool. I think it's worth it because
Yeah,
you
it's
know it
old
came out like
series.
in the 70s, I believe.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit outdated, but I'm sure like and every time they do a game and they show like redrawn scenes of stuff that happened in the OG, I was like, man, it would be awesome to see a remake. So glad they're doing that. Anyways, of course we have the great Ace Attorney, the Hollow Knight himself, Ash Destroy him.
Live from Green Path.
I don't even know if is that what the main character of Hollow Knight's called? Is it Hollow Knight? Is that
I
just
don't
his name?
know.
I think so.
I forgot. I mean, 'cause there's Hollow Knight Silk Song, but the main character's not Hollow Knight. It's Hornet. You fight Hornet.
yeah, that's
you
right.
play as Hornet, and in this game you fight Hornet twice.
Yeah,
So
that I've seen that because I've seen my son play it and he beat.
I think you're
Hollow
just trying to
Knight.
be a Hollow Knight.
Oh, okay, that's what that's about. I haven't played Hollow Knight.
yeah,
My
makes
son's
sense.
being both that and Silk Song, and he loves it.
You're not hardcore enough, James.
No, I just don't. Every time I see that, it's like I just want a Metroid game. That's all I see. And of course,
Yeah,
we have the
right now,
fanboy
having
himself.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, you're good. We have the fanboy himself, Phaneckswhy. Is that a Metal Gear shirt? Yep.
It is the Metal Gear shirt.
I like that.
Because all I see there is MSX, and then
Yep.
over. Yep.
Yeah, there's a little snake climbing on the back.
Oh, nice. Well, this week has been a crazy week. We have the Knicks that won their first championship in 53 years, for those of you who watch basketball. I stopped watching basketball after I started reading the scripts. No, I'm just kidding. But, you know, I stopped watching basketball a while back. But, you know, congrats to the Knicks, you know, hometown New York. You know, I'm sure everybody over there is celebrating. World Cup started this week. That's something that I've been invested in. Amazing game so far. Today, Japan, aka the Blue Lock team, versus the Netherlands was a great game. I don't know, Ash, are you into
Won.
soccer at all? They tied.
I only watch it when my dad watches it. Same goes for
It's
like
a group
football and
stages.
basketball.
You know,
Yeah, it's group stages. Haiti's first World Cup since I think their first World Cup ever, if I remember correctly.
yeah. Well, I mean, they expanded the
Roster, yeah,
to more countries.
that
so
is true.
You know,
allows more countries.
You know, when I was in Minnesota, when I was watching TV in the hotel, I decided to switch the channel to Toonami since it was like Saturday and everything. And one of those shows they were showing was Blue Lock. Funny enough, I don't know where episode that was. I don't know the teams. I don't know any of the characters, but I could do tell for a fact that the animation, it was kind of so I'm
Yeah.
thinking that was probably season 2 or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, it looks interesting enough. I definitely want to go back and watch season 1 though, and like catch up with it, you know. But yeah,
I couldn't get into it. The animation sucked. So, but real soccer.
even for season 1.
I didn't watch season 1. I watched bits what my kids were watching, and it was just it's too like stop motion, right? Where the animation like stops and it just like pans over,
Pretty much.
and I don't like that.
Sorry, which anime?
Blue Lock.
Blue Lock. Apparently, Blue
Oh.
Lock season 1 was really good, mainly because of
Yeah.
his crazy characters and animation. But it's ever since season 2 and onward, the animation has taken a downfall, like other animes these days. So
Yeah.
You know, Japan actually is actually implementing a blue lock.
Yeah, they are.
I did, yeah,
The
yeah.
Project
I did
Blue
hear.
Lock. So
Yeah, they're doing it.
they're in real life, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Show you how anime influences it. So they have the project. They call it Project Japan, where the goal is by 2050 they will win a World Cup, which is quite a ways. But with the way they play today, and they have their 3 top players out, it's doable. Like Japan has a good team. I was actually thinking that Japan could win the World Cup this year, but with their 3 top players not playing, I mean, we'll have to wait to see. But the way they play against Netherlands, they have potential. They have potential. But
Way too
of
much
course,
soccer talk here.
Yeah, right. We'll move on because that is not the biggest news that actually happened this week. The biggest news is the Nintendo Direct. I almost forgot it was on Tuesday, and I was like, man, what week
Yep.
is it? Like my days were all mixed up. But yes, Tuesday was an amazing Nintendo Direct with a lot of great announcements, and we're just gonna go ahead and dive and start talking about that. But before we begin, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Follow over on Twitch if you're over there. And let's start off with this list. I'll be reading off of IGN's list. I'm going from bottom to top because before we started the podcast, it looks like that's the order that everything was introduced in the direct. So we're just gonna go based off of that order. They started off with Rhythm Heaven Groove, which we do know is coming July 2nd. Is anybody here gonna pick that up? I'm thinking of
Yep,
picking
I
it up
will.
because I've never played it.
I will.
You will? Has anybody here played the 3DS Rhythm Heaven? Is it
I have.
those 3DS, right?
I played the DS version when
Or it's
it
DS,
first came out.
I'm sorry, I
Yeah,
think it was
yeah,
only DS
yeah,
in that.
I think there's a Rhythm Heaven for 3DS as well, but I mainly picked up the DS one back in the day for the novelty of it and stuff. I thought it looked cool, but I don't know. I'm going to pick it up for the Switch, and I'm happy for those who are big fans of the series. Heck, there's this Japanese artist or animator, I should say, on YouTube that made these really cool Rhythm Heaven cross Smash Brothers animations. If I can go back and find those, I'll definitely show it to you guys. There's this really funny one where it shows like a show off celebrity versus Captain Falcon. I thought it was really cool. I will eventually show you guys. This is really good stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, Rhythm Heaven coming out July 2nd. I'll probably pick that up. I do want to try it out. Never played the original one.
It'll be
I know
cheap, too.
It has good music. Yeah, it's only $40, so it's well worth it.
Yeah.
Both physical and digital are the same price, which is rare for Nintendo now. Onimusha Way of the Sword. This surprised me because I actually thought it wasn't going to come out. I was like, man, they would have announced it by now. But in typical Nintendo fashion, which it seems like they've been doing with the Switch 2, is they wait to announce a lot of these bigger AAA games on their direct. Resident Evil Requiem was the last one Capcom did where it was announced at Summer Game Fest, but there was no Switch 2 logo. And then the next Nintendo Direct, they announced that it was coming to Switch 2, which was cool. Veronica, we didn't have that issue. Right at the teaser trailer where they announced it, they did show the Switch 2 logo. But here, we did not know Onimusha was coming, and they officially announced that it is coming at the same time as all the other platforms on September 25th.
Here's what I think.
Mhm.
I think if the game is announced on another direct and it doesn't show the Switch 2 logo, more than likely that game is going to be announced on a Nintendo Direct.
You think so? So you think?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think
The
of
fact
a
that
game was
Veronica
announced.
showed the Switch 2 logo
Yeah.
on their announcement means Nintendo had no, they weren't going to announce it on their direct.
Mhm.
So they're like, just go ahead and reveal it in whatever announcement you're going to go with
Yeah.
any other partner. But if we're going to announce it, if it's going to be shown at anyone else, you need to take our logo off because we want to announce it on our direct.
So, because I'm trying to think, what's a game on Summer Game Fest that was announced as third party that you think will still come to the Switch 2? I'm trying to think of a game like Stellar Blade, the new one, Blood Rain. There was no, I guess, no platforms were announced for that anyway, so that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Trying to think, what other third party?
We're talking about new games, right?
Yeah, what new game that's in Summer Game Fest was announced that you think will still come to Switch 2?
It's
I'm just saying for fans' theory, just trying to see if.
I see what you mean. It's just
Yeah.
ever since I got done with this Minnesota trip, I kind of forgot half the direct, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
So I'm trying
already
to think of
did
some
Monster
third party.
Hunter for Switch. They already did Monster Hunter for Switch too, so
Yeah, and they
that's
announced that
fine. That's
after
cool.
Summer Game Fest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of anything there, but I mean, I can see that happening. I know there's something there that was announced. I'm trying to think in my head like there was something that was announced. I was like, oh man, that would be cool on the Switch too. But I just can't think in my head. We'll see. We'll circle back to that if we can figure out one there.
Yeah.
The next game was Dragon's Dogma 2.
RuneScape, Dragon Wild is probably
I think that got
that
announced for
RuneScape
Switch 2
game.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or they were good
Okay.
enough. Yeah.
Um, Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen. So there was a Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, which is like an expansion pack. Now there's a Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen that is coming to Switch 2. Those are also coming to Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and PC. What's happening on those platforms is they are doing a CPU optimization because Dragon's Dogma, if you remember, does not run the best. Like even on PS5 and Series X, it struggles to do 30 FPS on those platforms, and on PC, you need like a real beefy PC to be able to run that even close to 60. Well, Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen, it seems to be way better optimized, which is why they were able to get it running on the Switch too. And those optimizations will be coming to the regular Dragon's Dogma 2, and then all you have to do is buy the Dark Arisen expansion pass, which adds all the other story elements. This actually has me excited because I was actually thinking of picking it up on PS5 because of all the issues they've had on PC and just optimizations overall. I didn't want to deal with that, so I was like, you know what, I'm just picking it up on PS5. But now that it's coming to Switch 2, I'm definitely excited to play that. It looks great. Looking at the trailer, I was like, oh wow, like this is gonna run flawless. It looks like it runs great. It looks graphic fidelity wise, looks like it runs great. So I'm excited to see this. Backtracking a little bit, I did want to mention on Onimusha, they did announce that it's going to be 1080p 30 FPS in docked, or 900p 30 FPS in portable mode. But there is also a 40 FPS mode that you can enable, which is going to utilize VRR. And they said that actually can be used on both portable mode and in docked mode, which is interesting because you can't use VRR in docked mode. So I'm curious to see how that is. But hey, there's a 40 FPS mode, which is I feel like a lot of games should target 40 FPS on the Switch too because it's a good balance. It's not too demanding, but it's also I think it looks great. But either way, that is kind of cool they're doing that. As far as Dragon's Dogma 2, I don't think they announced anything else on frame rate or performance yet. So I'll be keeping an eye on that. But that comes out October 9th, and I definitely will be picking that up because I've been wanting to play that. The next game was funny because we're all talking about it. I was like, man, I still got to pick up Stellar Blade. I still got to pick up Stellar Blade. And then here it is at the Nintendo Direct announced for Switch 2 that's coming sometime this year. And I thought that was like interesting because I was like, I think I said it on the last podcast or something like that. Like the minute I pick it up, a Switch 2 version is going to be announced. And then sure enough, here we are with a Switch 2 version for Stellar Blade. So that is kind of cool that it is coming later on this year. I will be definitely picking that up day one so I can beat that. Surprisingly, no Expedition 33 here, but that's for later on.
Yeah, that would you feel like that would be like a slam dunk at this
Yeah.
point. It's the only system there it's not out for besides
Yeah.
mobile.
Hey, maybe in another direct.
Maybe Mac. I don't know about
Yeah.
Mac.
Yeah, I don't think it's available on Mac either. Orbitals finally has a release date, September 3rd. This game looks pretty awesome. I'm excited for it. It is Nintendo Switch 2
Especially the art
exclusive.
style.
Yeah, exactly. I'm super
And
excited
co-op.
to play this. And it's co-op, yes. This is definitely one of you guys have to play this with me on stream.
I absolutely would.
All right, so we're going to be doing that on stream so we can play through that. It'll be a lot of fun. Rayman Legends Retold, we already knew that was coming. That is coming out October 1st. There's a One Piece Grand Gourmet game, which I thought was kind of funny. My son
Isn't that like a
actually
cooking? Isn't that just Cooking Mama? But
basically
much.
it
One
reminds
Piece.
me of there was an old like Facebook Zynga game that has like I think it was called like
I know
something
what you're talking
cafe.
about.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
it reminds me
I
of
remember
that. But yeah, that game is coming out October 23rd, 2026. Pokemon Pokopia DLC, they announced the underwater or new other underwater area, and they also announced underwater exploration there. I still have yet to play Pokopia, but I know a lot of people who have played it, they love
Such
it.
a James game.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I love Dragon Quest Builders 2. I don't know about Pokopia because Dragon Quest Builders 2 has a lot of action in it. That's what I like. But yeah, anyways, that is coming in August, and that's part 1 of the DLC. There is a second part that's coming with this DLC. So who knows? Maybe one day I'll pick it up. One of the key highlights for me in this direct, which something that was already announced, but I'm happy that came back and we finally have a release
But we
date,
got
is
way more
Fire
information.
Emblem. Huh?
But we got way more information.
Yes. Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. Finally, we have a release date, September 17th. Super excited for this game. I can't wait for this game. I will be picking it up day one for sure. The new trailer looks amazing. Just everything about this game looks amazing. Bryant, is this going to be your first Fire Emblem game?
I've played Awakening and Fates and what's the Engage. I have not played Three Houses, but I have played a couple of them, and I'm gonna buy it. Obviously, it's a first party Nintendo game, and it does look really cool or whatever. I'm just waiting for the one to hook me finally to get me into getting stoked with the rest of you.
I mean, hopefully it.
I know we
it
talked
does
about this last
Yeah.
time about
Last
how
time.
dates of play, right, was just they announce. They just kill the hype of a game because they keep talking about a game.
Mhm.
And we talk about how Nintendo, they announce a game and then they never talk about it for the longest time until it's ready to be released, and then they bring it up again with an actual release date. Fire Emblem Fortune Weave is a perfect example of that because we never heard about this game other than when it was initially announced last year. I think it was last year
Yep,
on the
last
last direct
September.
around a year ago.
Mhm.
And then never hear about it. Nothing ever comes up. And now on this one, you get a release date with a 3-minute long trailer.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that. You're right. That is a perfect example of how Nintendo does things to keep the hype there, right? We all wanted the release date to know more about this game, and here we are with that. There is some information that they did announce afterwards. One of the things that caught my eye and caught my attention, which is very interesting, because it's something that Shadows of Valentia has and no other Fire Emblem game has, or Fire Emblem Gaiden, is there's a dungeon crawler like built into it. So in Shadows of Valentia,
Oh.
you have a map, you can move around, and then of course you do have your turn-based combat. But there's dungeons you can explore, and then when you fight an enemy, then it goes into your turn-based combat. But the amount of units you have is a lot less, so it's supposed to be like you can pretty much beat it within 5 turns or maybe less, because it's supposed to be almost kind of like a random encounter, but not really a random encounter because you can see the enemy. Well, that is actually coming here to Fortune's Weave, where there is dungeon exploration, where you can actually explore, and of course, it looks like you'll be doing the same thing where when you engage in battle, it's a turn is you're in your tactical like turn-based combat, and then you go ahead and fight there. So that's pretty interesting. I want to see how they implement it in this game because it does look larger in scale. The map looks huge. There's a lot of things on the map where you can go, which has me worried because you guys know I don't like giant maps in games. I just think it just gets overcrowded. A lot of like useless things get put on there, and it just becomes annoying. But that is kind of interesting to see, and yeah, can't wait for that. Deltarune Chapter 5 was announced. I thought it was done, but I didn't know there was more stuff coming. But yeah, it's going to be a free update to Deltarune if you already purchased the game. Chapters 1 and 2 were free. It was like a demo. Then you had to buy 3 and 4. And now 5 is also free. That comes out June 24th. Donkey Kong Bonanza got a bunch of stuff. There's some updates on the DLC. They have like Mario-inspired outfits. But the biggest thing that was there, and it was also for Nintendo Switch Online, was the challenges mode, which I think is pretty fun. Like, what do you think, Brian? Because I know you completed the challenges. What do you think about that?
What did I think of the challenges in general?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I liked them, but what I didn't like is the fact that you could like rewind it.
Yeah.
Because that kind of defeats the whole purpose. Because I'm pretty sure you put a 6-year-old in there, and you know they could beat King K. Rool if they could just endlessly rewind. So I didn't like that. I mean, I like the idea of getting pictures or getting like little trophies when you do events, and I hope that they
Cards,
continue
yeah.
this with other series. My dream would be to just be like, okay, Link to the Past. Here's a list of 30 achievements for doing stuff inside the game and all the rest. And that's my dream one day. But for now, like this is like it's like a fun little event or whatever. Like that's fine, but it's not my ideal for what this could be and how I really think Nintendo could blow it up.
Yeah. No, I agree. Like, I think it's almost like Nintendo wants to do achievements, but they're being stubborn by not doing it instead of throwing this at you. And it's like, Come on, even some of your games have like an achievements like tab where you can see stuff that you've completed. Like just do it already. Make
Like
Brian
Hollow
happy.
Knight.
Yeah, like Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight has achievement stuff on there. Dragon Quest 11 has achievement stuff
Oh,
on there that you can
Mina the
unlock.
Holler has it.
Yep, that's
Mina the
true.
Holler has it. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next game, Jujutsu Kaisen Rumble Survivathon, which is basically Vampire
Vampire
Survivors.
Survivor
Yeah.
with a JJK skin.
Yeah. Not really interested in that, but that is coming sometime this year. Very interesting to show off. Lords of the Fallen 2 was shown off for Nintendo Switch 2, which was interesting. That is also coming this fall to Switch 2.
Do
Liza-
we, Lord's Fallen 2, do we remember if the announcement on Summer Game Fest had the Switch 2 logo on it or not?
I don't think it did. Yeah, because in Summer Game Fest, I believe, I'm almost 100% sure it didn't. So that is actually one game
Yeah.
that
There you
was
go.
announced there. Yeah, you're right. Liza P Complete Edition is coming to Switch 2 on August 6th, and the full game is on a cart. So if you do want it physical, you can get the full game on a cart. One of the few games.
Which game?
Liza P.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I need to pick that one up. Yeah.
Yeah. This will probably be my first time playing Liza P, so I'm excited for that.
Same here. Same here.
Devil May Cry 5. So that was leaked a while back by ratings and all this other stuff. Here's the official announcement. Is coming to Nintendo Switch 2 June 23rd, so very soon, next week. And it will be in 60 FPS, which is pretty cool. There is a discount right now if you buy it. I think it's like $10 off, which makes it $30 if I remember correctly. I believe it's $30, not 40. Normal price is 40. It's $10 off right now, so you get it for $30. But yeah, that comes out June 23rd. I will be buying it again. I have it on PS5, loved it on PS5, and I'll gladly play it again on Switch too. There's this Big Walk game coming August 4th. I don't think any of us care about that. One of the other highlights was Xenoblade Chronicles. All three of them are finally getting Switch 2 editions. And
That was such a great moment.
Yeah.
For me.
The first one, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, is already live on Switch. I did play some of that on my 12-hour stream I did yesterday, and I do gotta say that it does look better than Xenoblade Chronicles X as far as like the upscaling is. I don't know if it's the art style, maybe the way the upscaler works for the Monolith Soft's like team. The way it works is better on the like more anime art style versus the more like slightly realistic art style that they use for Xenoblade Chronicles X, which is what's giving a lot of like artifacting and all these weird things happening in X. But I do gotta say it looks great on Switch 2, running at a solid 60 FPS. And just where I'm at in Xenoblade Chronicles, I'm just too underpowered. I got destroyed by the
With the
boss. I was
Uncanny Valley type thing.
Ash, did you pick that up already?
Yeah, I already
course you
purchased
did.
it myself. I already purchased it myself and stuff. I never got the chance to play it because of the trip and everything. Funny enough, I did have time to like finish.
Why don't you
up
bring
the
your
Star
Switch on the
Fox.
trip?
I did. That's why
you did.
I was playing this along with the Star Fox demo as well to be prepared for the game. But I do have to say though, what's interesting is that I watched a video from John Cartwright, which if you guys already know him,
Yeah.
then you already know that he already made a video on the comparisons between the Switch 1 and Switch 2 versions, and he was saying that like the problems that were occurring in Xenoblade Chronicles X are still prevalent in 2 and in Xenoblade Chronicles 1 Switch 2 edition, and he's thinking that Monolith Soft did all the Switch 2 upgrades all at once, so all of them have the same upscale techniques and is going to have basically the same issues across the board. Now it's not the best, but it's better than Switch 1 in my personal opinion. So, but for those out there that are looking forward to see like a perfect Switch 2 edition, you're not going to get it from this, but you're definitely going to get an improvement over the Switch 1 1,000,000%. So for those who want to be nitpicky about it or something like that.
Just the frame rate and the resolution enough. Like it doesn't have to be perfect. Just anything's better than
Yeah.
30 FPS and the kind of blurriness. Like it's not like I don't like the game. I think artistically is very beautiful in a lot of different ways, but it's not like a game in general where its graphical fidelity is the thing that impresses you. It's the art style, it's the story, the characters, the music, stuff like that. And I just think that they took something that was not great looking and just made it look that much better, and that kind of strengthens the rest of it. I mean, when you think about it, this game is also playable on a system its resolution is 240p all the way up to 4K. Like it's kind of a crazy
Oh yeah,
scale when you think about it.
that's one of the things that John called out on, is that they didn't really try to put in more high resolution textures in the Switch 2 edition. All they did was
Mm.
just to use an upscale to like just upscale up to like whatever
That's fine. Better than
Make it
nothing.
sharper.
and
Yeah.
which I mean, it can't work that way, but at the same time, it can have some diminishing returns and stuff. Which I
Mm.
definitely agree with them on that. Highly
I'm
recommend watching
perfectly
his
fine with
stuff.
it.
So yeah,
I'm fine with the upscale. Like I was playing DMC at 1600 by 900 with the upscaler to 1080p on my Ally X. Game still look great.
yeah. I'm just saying, like there are some the things that they did there. I love the upgrade, but it's good. It's good to look into on what John discovered throughout the other Switch 2 editions. So highly recommend looking through that.
Yeah, I mean, as far as things go, when it comes to that, like I don't mind upscaling when it comes to like a portable unit, even for the Switch too. Like I've mentioned, like there's certain things like on PC, if you rely on it, especially when you have that extra hardware, I do feel that it's kind of being lazy. But something like the Switch 2 or an ROG Ally X or even a Steam Deck, I think upscaling works and benefits because yeah, it might not be able to natively pull out that power, but you'll still be able to get a great picture out of it. Sorry, I keep looking at my audio mix here because Elgato's like app here is weird, and I noticed that my noise reduction in the background was not working. So hopefully, okay, I was just making sure that my audio was great. Make sure everything sounds good. But yeah, I'm excited for it. Like it looks great. You can't really tell it's being upscaled. So like if you look at it like closely, you can see it when, especially when you like shift the camera. That's usually when you can tell when upscaling is being worked on, or rather when upscaling is actually in the game. But in terms of this, it looks fine. But that was not the only thing they announced, of course, because they did Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is coming in July, and then 3 is coming in December, which I'm happy because I do want to finish 3. I think of what I know of the story, and I just spoiled myself because I was like, I want to know the story, but I don't really want to play it because the resolution was pretty bad, and frame rate was not bad. It's just the resolution was pretty bad. For whatever reason, we had to wait till December 3rd for Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
That's the only thing that I wish it was reversed, where we get Xenoblade Chronicles 3 first, and then
Yeah.
2, and then 1, because
I would've liked
we
that
already
too.
play most of us already play 1 and 2. Meanwhile, some of us want to wait for like a upgrade for 3 and stuff, because like that's technically the latest installment and stuff,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, I was hoping it was like reverse, but it is what it is,
Yeah. When that comes out, I will definitely be playing that right away. But that's not the only Xenoblade news that we got. They announced a brand new Xenoblade game called Xenoblade Genesis that will be coming out sometime in 2027. And this has me very excited. A lot of people were complaining, of course, because the Twitterverse,
Check
where
out the
they
brand new
complain about
trailer.
everything. But the biggest thing that they were complaining about is because it looks more medieval, where a lot of people don't realize that the way everything Xenoblade works, anything works, is it might look medieval, but something is going to be very
Techie.
futuristic. Yeah, exactly. There's
Yeah.
some type of technology involved somewhere in the background. With the name Genesis, I do feel that this, I don't know, there's definitely something going to be happening. I don't know what, but something big is going to be happening in the background, and I can't wait to play this game for sure.
Well, it's Genesis. I mean, obviously. I think it's going to probably be like before the events or everything else, because this looks a lot more medieval
precursor,
than the
yeah.
other ones.
There were some
Mm,
things I noticed in the like the maps that they were roaming on. Like
Yeah.
there were some similarities. I can't say is one for one, but there's definitely similarities to other Xenoblade Chronicles games. I can't just
Yeah.
I can't pinpoint it. That's the issue.
I mean, I don't think I don't think that's gonna be the case because like if you've played the story, I know you haven't played any of the Xenoblade Chronicles games, right, Bryant?
I'm like, you're familiar. You're pretty
I played
familiar with it,
0.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, I know like the
Okay.
whole story. Yeah.
Um, I um, I just got to I played it a bit when that update came out, and
Mhm.
I'm at the part in the game where you have to like go up this lift, but the lift doesn't work, so you have to like climb up
Oh, you're
this
like in the
like
mine.
wall. I think so, yeah.
Oh, wait, climb up the wall. I'm trying to remember.
It's like chapter 7, I think.
Wait, are you talking about Xenoblade Chronicles 1? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where that's
Oh.
at.
Yeah, I know where you're at. Yeah,
It's like
that's
it's a huge it's a
it's been a
huge like
while.
lake, and then like
Yeah.
it's like there's this structure in the middle of it, and then you go up and you have to like get these 3 items that are in this part of the
Mm.
map, and then you have to go to this lift, and it's supposed to take you to the top, but the lift doesn't work, so then you have to like climb up
Mm.
vines to climb up this wall and like get to the top, and it's like chapter 7. I think that's where I am.
Oh, you're in the
Yeah.
Mount Maka something forest. Is it that where like you see
Yeah,
the
that sounds right.
little the Nopons? Like you see the little
Yeah.
Nopon people? Yeah, okay, I know where you're at. Yeah. You're still that's
I
early in
still
the game.
I just still feel like there's so much to it, and it's just something that I've realized in my old age is that like when there's so much information and so much stuff you can do, it overwhelms me. And it's
Yeah.
like when you can pick up all these items and there's all these weapons and armor, and it's just there's a lot of UI stuff, and like the quest stuff actually is pretty easy to track, like how they have like tracking for quests and where
Yeah.
you can locate all the stuff on a map, like that stuff all makes sense. But when it comes to like the gear, all the stats for the gear, and all the items you get, what the items do, the combat I think I kind of get, but at the same time, it's like one of your attacks is you go to the side and you can do more damage. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking that when the attack button lights up with the exclamation mark,
Yeah.
that's when it wants you to do it. But
Yeah.
sometimes like those enemies move so fast, it's like how do they possibly expect a human being to like be able to hit that timing right?
Yeah.
And I just sometimes feel disconnected from the combat. Like I'm enjoying it, it's good, but I just think overall games that have that kind of combat, I just can't connect with because there's just been so many examples. Like if I can't get into Final Fantasy 12, I can't get into. I mean, like I'm into Xenoblade Chronicles enough, but it's nothing compared to like Final Fantasy 7 or whatever. Xenoblade Chronicles, Final Fantasy 14. Uh, what else is there that has combat like that?
12.
World of Warcraft,
Yeah.
Final Fantasy
Oh,
12, like all those
so
games that have.
so basically the MMO style. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so. And I don't know why. It's just I feel disconnected from it. I've tried so many times, and I'm gonna keep trying because there's too many games that are supposedly fantastic, like Xenoblade,
Yeah.
that I'm missing out on by not just sucking it up and getting used to it. But it's definitely not my preferred combat style.
I will
I've
tell you
always
this.
Need to remake the Xeno sagas.
That's
I mean,
turn-based.
turn-based, yeah,
I
that's
mean,
easier.
I don't know what they're doing, but like they need to do that.
What were you gonna say,
Either do a remaster
Yeah.
or re-release or something. I don't know.
That in 2 and in 3 the combat does get more streamlined and a lot easier.
Okay.
Which is better because we're here. This is definitely MMO combat where you have like your little like your
Action
they call it,
bar.
like your action bar at the bottom, and there's so many abilities you can do. 2 and 3 you get a lot less abilities and it's easier to press because each button is one of your like commands.
Mm.
So you press it at the right time. You still have positional abilities, right? Where you attack from behind, attack from the side, and so forth. But it's a lot easier to pull those moves off and to chain them. And I think it's more engaged as well. Where I think 3 is probably the best version. It is the latest one, but it is probably the best version of that combat that they were trying to do for sure. Definitely going back to Xenoblade Chronicles 1, it does feel a little bit dated, and I can see why
Mm.
some people can't get into it. I don't mind it because I was used to combat like that, but
Yeah, you're
definitely
used
3
to
is so
it.
much
Yeah.
better. Yeah.
They need
I
to
wanted to ask
redo
you one.
Xenogears.
Yeah, that'd be cool too. I love Xenogears. Is that like in Xenoblade 1, you
Mhm.
only control what's his
Shulk?
name? Shulk,
Yeah.
No,
unless you're
you
doing a chain, right?
you can
Correct.
control all party
You
members.
can?
You can make the party members
Well,
as you want,
you can
essentially.
you
So
can you can switch who's like your primary character, yeah, like that. Is
Oh,
that what you're
really?
talking about? Yeah. But then
Yeah.
everybody else controls on their own.
Oh, so how do you select which character you want to play as in like a menu or
Before
something?
party, yeah. Before
but before the encounter, you have to like make sure you have your party.
Okay,
set
but
up
in the
and
middle
stuff
of the
because
battle, you can't change it. The
No.
only
you can't
time
do that. No.
Okay,
No.
so the only
Yeah.
time you can select their abilities is if you're doing a chain. Then you can select their
Correct.
abilities. Okay.
And the same
See,
thing in
like,
2
I
and
like
same thing in
that.
3. Yeah.
I like that because that's not overwhelming compared to say like Final Fantasy 12 where you're literally like having to select actions for everybody and like
Mhm.
all that stuff like that. That's too much. But I like that at least it's
Mhm.
one character that makes it a little less intimidating for me.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, you would
I don't
the
know.
way
I kind of would like the Switch. Kind of like Final
Well, you're a
Fantasy
smarter
7.
man than I, fan.
Well, no, I mean like
Congratulations.
Final Fantasy
I'm kidding.
7 Rebirth and Remake, you can swap between who you
Yeah.
control, but they
Yeah,
still
Yeah, that's
are
true.
still independently controlled by AI still too.
and they
So-
suck.
Yeah, that's true. But in 7 though, like it doesn't have that same kind of like floaty combat that Xenoblade does.
I know,
It's
it's
more real time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the biggest thing with Xenoblade is combat. It's like you definitely have to make sure you have a tank, right? It's very MMO. So you need a tank, a healer, and your DPS. If you don't have
Positioning
that,
is important.
you will lose. So
Yeah.
Positioning is
usually
important.
So
just
party
like in MMOs.
composition makes the big thing.
Yeah.
correct. So like usually who you want to have as your tank is either what's his name, Dunban, or Rhyme. Rhyme is good because he has a bunch of HP and he has a lot of defense. Dunban is good because he has also great attack, but he's very like a counterattack person, and there's certain abilities he has. You have to be ready to heal him a lot. So it's kind of like a mix. Same thing. You have your healers are Charla or what's her name? I forgot what the girl's name is with the wings on her head. But those are
Oh, I
your
know,
two
I know what you're talking
healers.
about.
And
Yeah.
she, the girl with the wings on her hair, I don't know, I can't remember her name.
Same
she,
here.
she basically she's good at DPS as well, but she's a decent healer, but not the best. Where Charla is like a way better healer overall. So you have to be very picky with what you use. And then there's Shulk, who's a good DPS just overall, which Shulk is probably like keep him on your party. Like he's good.
In my
And you
head, I
need
was
him
thinking
too because of the
Crom.
Monado
I was like,
stuff.
his name's not Crom. That's Fire
No.
Emblem.
No, and you need Shulk in your party because he has the Monado, and you have to use the Monado abilities a lot of the time. So he's kind of like he has to be there no matter what. But anyways, Xenoblade Genesis is coming sometime in 2027. Like I mentioned, it's probably going to be some futuristic thing in the background. I don't think it's the beginning of or a prequel or anything like that. It's definitely a sequel. Of sequel to what? I don't know. Something new that's beginning, right? But it's definitely not going to be a prequel to Xenoblade. Any of the Xenoblade games, for sure. Were you gonna say something, Fan?
No.
Yeah, and the reason behind that, Brian, I know you haven't beaten the games. You have to beat the games to kind of understand that. Yeah, there's no way it can be a prequel.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Moving on. Nintendo Switch
So just
Sports
the beginning
Resort
of
was
something new.
announced. Yeah, it's definitely the beginning of something new, or something else, which that gets into spoiler territory where my other theory is, but we won't talk about that. Nintendo Switch Sports Resort was announced coming October 22nd. I'll probably pick it up because this is a good like family game, and I enjoy playing Switch Sports with my kids, so I definitely pick this up. What else we got here? Star Fox. We saw a little bit more Star Fox. It's already coming June 25th. We're all hyped for, but they did announce a demo, and they released the demo the same day. I think everybody here has played the demo, right?
Yeah, we gonna talk about it a little bit.
Yes. Let's go ahead and talk about it. I'll let you guys start us off.
Yeah, game's fun. There's not much I could explain. I think the only con I have is I wish they would have kept Slippy's voice actor, because Slippy sounded a lot more innocent in the original game, but now I guess he's grown up. I don't know, but I just miss old Slippy, But that's pretty much it. Falco, he's kind of redeeming himself a little bit despite his design. He's still the same Falco, like normal.
Mm-hmm.
I just like the fact when you're in the tutorial mode and stuff, by the end of it, he goes in and cranks the difficulty up to like infinite. And you just go crazy with it. I love that. See, that's the Falco bullshit I love, So, there's a lot of promises, and I can't wait to get it. I already pre-ordered the game, so it's I'm already set to go for that one.
I do like that Raphael and like Leonardo like rivalry. Like they've always had that.
Yeah.
But you see the full scale in those scenes in the openings of the demo with the training and everything like that.
Yeah, that was funny, bro.
Where he's trying to beat Fox, and he kind of shows that hey, he's the ace pilot, which I believe when they're showing each character, it says the ace pilot is Falco. So maybe technically he is the best overall.
Yeah. I mean, technically the leader isn't always the best pilot. The leader is who can lead. So
yeah,
exactly. Yeah, they're a different skill set.
Yeah.
So when you guys played the demo, did you guys play it docked or handheld?
Handheld.
Okay, same here. And I will have
I'm the only one played it docked.
I guess
you played it docked.
Yeah, I played it docked.
Okay, I played that in handheld, and I was surprised with how well that demo played in handheld mode.
Dude,
Like,
I had no
it
choice but
ran
to play in
smooth.
handheld, and I was hoping it runs well in handheld, which it does. I
Yeah,
love it.
it ran really good on handheld. It looked good in handheld. So I can only say once I have it docked, it'll play even better.
Dude,
Yes.
the AC. Did you feel the AC rumble when playing it in
Mhm.
handheld? It felt so good, man.
Yeah.
So
That
satisfying.
that is one thing that Nintendo has done amazing with HD Rumble 2. More so than HD Rumble 1. Like even in games like Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth that I've been playing, it feels so good when using the controller and feeling like the haptics. Like they did a good job. I can only imagine other games that implement that. Resident Evil Requiem was a good example where the raindrops, you feel every single raindrop on here,
Mm.
which is pretty dope. Like I really like the way they did HD Rumble 2. While not as good as the DualSense controller, it's still very, very good. But yeah, Brian, what's your thoughts?
I love it. The game has I have very fond memories of this game of Star Fox 64. I remember it very vividly. It was summer of 1997. I was sleeping at my grandparents' house. The next day, my mom came to pick me up from my grandparents' house. We went to Toy Works, which is like a subsidiary of KB Toys in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Mm.
Um, and I picked it up. I've been looking forward to it so much. Like I would like get under blankets and would play different jet fighter games like Aero Fighters Assault, I want to say, on N64, or like certain games that like were even 1% of what Star Fox was, just to kind of like pretend I was playing Star Fox. And I loved the Rumble Pack. Like the first time I ever played Star Fox 64 was at a Best Buy in Racine, where they had like the 9 CRT TVs above the N64 and like broadcasted the entire store, and feeling like the Rumble Pack and going through the levels. And I was just in love with the game from the word go. I love the characters and the movement and how cool the R wings looked and the environments that you're flying through and everything. It just, and the voice acting. And I know I showed you guys that promotional tape that for Star Fox 64 that Nintendo Power put out. That's fantastic.
Mhm.
And I watched that literally probably like 100 times. Me and my buddy watched it like all the time, just because we were so excited about it. And then I got it that morning, and I went home and I played it on my N64, and I beat it in like an hour. But I went through like the easiest route, and I told my mom, I was like, "Hey, I beat it already." And she was like, "You beat the game that you've been looking forward to for months within like an hour." I'm like, "Yeah," but I'm like, "Yeah, that's kind of lame. I did beat it really quickly." And then I learned that you go through the different paths and you get to the real ending of the game and all the rest. So this game definitely has a soft spot in my heart. And this demo, really, I mean, I had an idea of kind of what to expect, and I really feel like it either met or exceeded my expectations in every way. Somebody tweeted, I don't remember who it was, but somebody tweeted a picture of the guy that's like talking to you during the training, and compared his old 64 sprite or whatever compared to what it is now. And his old 64 sprite was like kind of unsettling, and the new one looks a lot better.
Was he
And
in the I don't remember him in the old 64 game. Was he Rob 64, the
yeah,
robot you talking about?
no, not Rob 64 was in the original 64 game, but what I'm
Oh, I
talking
don't
about is
remember
like
him.
this bear looking thing in the training mode.
I don't
That's
remember.
who was
Yeah.
well, maybe Rob was in the train mode, but I saw a picture. I tweeted, if you guys want to check my Twitter at some point.
Mhm.
But there's this character that is in it at some point, because I remember him.
I'm gonna
That's
look
like
it
this
up.
creepy looking bear, and they made him look like really cute and nice in the remake or whatever. And a lot of it has like some fantastic Mr. Fox vibes. That Wes Anderson film, and I'm all about that. I love Wes Anderson. I love Fantastic Mr. Fox, and voice acting is really good. It's not as campy as Star Fox 64, and I think that's kind of a shame, because that was part of the character of the game, is how campy it was. And I think they're trying to do a more realistic take, more modern Star Fox, if you would. But I'm very, very much looking forward to this. I'm gonna be all
Oh,
over this when
I
it
see
comes
what you're
out.
talking about. It's like a
It's
is
like a
that a bear? It's
bear
like a
looking thing.
raccoon.
Well, the remake, it's definitely like a raccoon or something like that. But I
Yeah.
feel like when I saw it originally, I thought it looked like a bear or something.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe bears just look like raccoons. I don't know.
so this Star Fox game, that's is based. They basically redid the 64 version, right?
Mhm.
Correct.
But current model. The Nintendo 64 version is just a reboot of the original SNES version.
I mean,
Yes.
like kind of. The levels are
Kind of.
totally different, but
It's
I
a
know, but it's like
similar.
retelling.
story wise, it's a
Yeah.
retelling of that same story. It's just
Probably.
yeah,
'Cause
right.
you still start
So
off at Cornelia and everything like that. It's a
Cornelia,
retelling of
yeah.
that. Yeah.
yeah. Do you think how well this game will go? That they will release a second version because they did come out with Star Fox 2 on the NES, but it was only in Japan. But then they
SNES.
SNES. I'm sorry, yeah, SNES. But then they released it on the little SNES console
Yeah.
that you
Little
could
mini
buy a few years back. You know,
And it's on
because that
Nintendo Switch
technically is
Online
a
now.
sequel to
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, you know, if this game does well, because this is pretty much the Star Fox 64, just, you know,
Mhm.
completely redone. And Star Fox 64 is a retelling of Star Fox. Like, we could get a Star Fox 2 in this style, depending on how well it sells.
Yeah, I mean,
Which would,
I don't
or they
think they
could
would.
redo the other Star Fox games.
I don't think they would do Star Fox 2 because remember, Star Fox 2 was incomplete. That's why it never released. They never got to finish
Yeah.
it. The majority
I
of
thought
But
it
they
was
could.
complete, and they just chose not to.
No, I think there was pieces that weren't incomplete. Have you played Star Fox 2? Did you beat it?
I haven't.
Yeah, towards
No, but
the
the
end,
one,
you
but they
can tell
completed
that there
it
was like
on.
missing assets and stuff like that. Like it was the majority was complete. There was still some
Yeah.
stuff that they didn't complete. What were you saying, Fan?
But I'm saying, like, but now, like, they technically could complete.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
true.
I mean, Star Fox 2 was great. Like I liked it. I enjoyed it for what it was. It's definitely different from Star Fox 1. I don't know. I don't think they would do that. I think they would just do their original story because they had Star Fox Assault, which I actually like. Like I never played Assault on GameCube, but I was playing it through on my Retro Pocket, and I thought Star Fox Assault was great. But it was made by Bandai Namco, and you can tell
Mm.
it's very arcadey because it does have a little bit more arcadey like vibes to it. But it was still fun. Like I thought it was great. Introduced like Crystal's a direct sequel to Adventures since Crystal's in your party or on your team rather, and Pepe's like kind of taking a back seat when it comes to that. I don't know, like I don't think they would do too. It would be cool, but I don't think they would.
I mean, because if they go with Star Fox, the next one would be Star Fox Adventures, because that technically takes place
Adventures is after
before
Star Fox
Assault.
64. Yep.
Yeah, it's after Star Fox 64, but before Assault.
Yeah.
And then Command takes after, Assault.
That's true. Command
But,
is
like,
after. Yeah, Command was cool.
Well,
I like Command on DS. That was actually pretty
that's what I'm
awesome.
saying. Like, the one that would make the most
Yeah.
sense to come out would be redo Star Fox 2 in
Yeah.
the current style of the Star Fox that's coming, because Adventures is,
Command would be
Adventures.
great to redo. I think
Yeah.
while it's different, I really liked it because I like that you can you tell your people where to go, and then you'll get into the firefights, and then that's when you take control over whoever you're piloting, which was pretty cool. Like that I
Okay.
really did like. You never played Command?
No, never
No?
played it. I
Okay.
didn't really have a DS. I
It was like
just got it.
mixture of RTS slash like Star Fox. And I remember when I first played
Okay.
it, I was like, this is kind of weird. Like you're telling your squad where to fly. And I was like, this is dumb. Like I'm not playing as dumb. But then when they get and intercept like a enemy, then it turns into normal Star Fox and you're piloting and you beat the enemy. And then once you're done, you go back into like this RTS view where you can see, Falco, Slippy, Fox.
So you
And
take
I don't
control of
know.
each battle?
Correct. Yes. And
Okay.
you're moving them around, which is pretty cool. So
Okay.
it's a neat game. I liked it.
So
for
it'd
what
be
it was.
like it'd be like if I took, like, Fire Emblem, for example.
Mhm.
Like, you move those characters around, but instead of them just attacking like the one screen and that's it, you would actually physically control that character
Correct.
to defeat that
It'll
enemy.
become normal Star Fox. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like
That's cool.
you're in a small arena, so then you're
Yeah.
pretty much it's not on rails. You're in like like the first boss in Star Fox 64 where you have to do like loops and all that stuff. It's basically that. Yeah, it was pretty
Okay.
cool. I liked it.
So it'd be like a dogfight, like an
Yeah,
actual open
exactly.
air dogfight.
Exactly.
That's actually kind of cool. So yeah, that would be, but they would have to like go through all of it.
Yeah. But yeah, kind of like Brian. Like my first experience with Star Fox 64 was my uncle actually renting a 64 in the game from Blockbuster, and kind of the same thing. I remember beating the game. I was like, wait, like what's up with all these other like planets and areas? I never got to go through it, and then I'll never forget. I forgot what it was. I think I saved Slippy, I think it was, and then the route like moved, and I went to a different path. I was like, wait a minute, I can go different paths, and then somehow I found out like the little waterfall path to go and beat the boss there, and that took you on a totally separate path, and yeah, ever since then I was like, yeah, this is a cool game, and I replayed it so many times, finding all the different secrets that you can do. So really enjoyed it. I played it recently before they announced Star Fox remake. I had played it on Nintendo Switch Online. So doing the what's the asteroid level called?
Medios or
Yeah,
Medio?
Meteos. Yeah. After like I had that fresh in my head, so like replaying it in the demo, I was like, oh wow, this looks amazing. It looks infinite times better than the 64 version, but it still has the same type of music and the vibe to it, and I really liked it just a lot better overall. But yeah, they did it. It's literally a one-on-one creation, just with better graphics, and I'm all for it. Like that's all we need. I hope. Well, the one of the other games that we're gonna talk about later on, I don't know what to expect from that. Part of me hopes it's something like Star Fox 64, but then I hope it's something a little bit different. Um, Moving on to the next game. This one I jumped up and I was like, wait a minute, this is Brave Exvius. This is the mobile game, and that is Final Fantasy Resonance, which is basically Brave Exvius, but it's not Brave Exvius. A lot of the story beats and a lot of the scenes they showed was from Brave Exvius. But apparently, and according to the director, they did change up a lot of stuff and they made it more how can I put streamlined and better for just a single player experience. I don't know how I feel about that. I've heard a lot of good things about Octopath Traveler 0, where that is the mobile game, but they streamlined it and made it single player. And there's a lot of people who love it and say it's the best Octopath Traveler game. I still want to try that out. Eventually I will try it out. I just don't know when. But I can say this. The story in the world of Brave Exvius was amazing. So this game has to be amazing because I'm telling you, like the whole story and from the get go was just like I was pulled in. I don't play a lot of mobile games. I'm not a big mobile game guy. Like the only mobile game I could think of that really kept my attention for years was Dokkan Battle, Dragon Ball Z. But Brave Exvius was definitely a close second, and I played that a lot, and I loved it. The music was amazing, the worlds were amazing. It pulled from all these different Final Fantasies. The visions that you get, which are basically like Cloud and the protagonists or the heroes from other Final Fantasies. In Brave Exvius, they were on your party, so they fight alongside you. So the two main characters, which is Rain and I forget what the other dude's name is, they had the ability to control visions. Here, it looks like it's different, and I don't know, maybe further down the road in Brave Exvius, they added other original characters, but now like you equip one vision to you, and then that becomes like your secondary, I guess, like party member, and you get abilities and a job class based off of whoever you have equipped to you. So it does look pretty
Interesting.
interesting. I can't wait to see, and I can't wait to play it. It does look like the story is straight up though Brave Exvius because the beginning they showed what's her name Sylph, I think it is. No, Siren. I'm sorry, Siren, who's one of the summons you get. They showed Siren in there and stuff. So, yeah, what do you guys think about this? About Final Fantasy Resonance?
Well, I've heard a lot of people say that Octopath Traveler 0 is their favorite one, and
Hmm.
it's like supposed to be really good. Um, I have to tell you this, James, you should probably quadruple dip on this game because who knows, maybe this is the metric that they use to determine if they're going to do the mobile Kingdom Hearts games, do a little
That
version of
is
that for
true.
those mobile Kingdom
Yeah,
Hearts games.
that is true. The mobile Kingdom Hearts game would be pretty cool because it has a good story. I do gotta say that the mobile Kingdom Hearts games do have a great story. Anybody else gonna
I'll
pick
buy it.
this up?
Looks great.
You buy?
Yeah, I think depending on how well this game goes, because I like what they're doing with the HD 2D.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is what people like are probably been asking a Square Enix to do with Final Fantasy. Is just
Yeah.
like kind of do the HD 2D. Maybe this gets them to do Chrono Trigger in an HD 2D like remake because it'd be cool to see it like that. I mean, I'm probably gonna buy it to be honest. Like, it looks good. It
Surprised
looks
it took them
fun.
this long to do a Final Fantasy in this art style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was also
I never played Brave Exvius, but you
it
know,
was good. It was really good. Like, me and my brothers used to play it a lot, and I'm telling you, the music. I'll send you a soundtrack, one of the tracks that I love. It was basically your menu screen where you pick your party members. Amazing song. Like it was my favorite song. I would just stay in that menu just to listen to the music because it was that great. But yeah, everything about it looks great, and like I mentioned, the story was pretty good. I'm curious to see because the summons were like, how can I put it? They were like optional bosses. So in the beginning, the way Brave Exvius was played is you had the world map and you would run to different parts, and then when you get to that part, then it became a dungeon, and then you would run around. You had like caves to run around. You get into random encounters, all the other stuff, and on the world map there was like different places you can go to, and then you had the optional summon. So like Ifrit was an optional boss. If you beat Ifrit, then you got his summon, and then you can use him in battle. And I wonder if they're gonna keep that or they're gonna make it part of the story, because I like when they do optional summon stuff, because I think it's just a lot more fun because you can explore a lot more and be like, oh wow, like I got this. Like Bahamut Zero was optional. You didn't have to get Bahamut Zero in Final Fantasy VII, but you got him. And I remember thinking Neo Bahamut was the last one that you got, and then a friend of mine was like, no, I have Bahamut Zero. Or Knights of the Round was optional. You didn't get Knights of the Round through the main story. You had to go ahead and go to the island with the golden chocobo to be able to get Knights of the Round. So I hope they kind of keep that intact, just so that there's more exploration. Ash, are you thinking of picking up this game?
Uh, uh, yeah, maybe. Yeah. I really have not like given the HG2 game a chance. Oh yeah, one. That was Dragon Quest 3.
Yeah.
HG2, I forgot. But I definitely want to give this new Final Fantasy game a shot. When is it coming out again?
October 22nd.
Oh,
Yeah, while save your pennies.
There's so many good games coming out, man, bro. Like,
Yep.
I've watched a video of some guy bringing it down, like how many good games are coming out back to back. Can we handle this?
I don't
I know,
think
my
we can.
wallet can't.
I was doing math and I was like, man, like now I have to choose, like, do I really want a Steam machine when it gets announced, or do I want all these games? And
It's like
dude, like I can afford the games. It's just, can I afford the time? That's the problem, you know.
of course you can.
It's insane. Like, I remember when, like, during the Wii U era, and it's not just the Wii U, it was other like games, like the games like from the PS4 and 360, where we had serious droughts of games. Now today we're getting like games back to back, like constantly, and they just need to chill. That's all I gotta say about that. But yeah.
it just reminds me kind of, I don't know if you guys have seen that meme, but it's like first week of gaming in September, and it's like all these games that you buy, like Control Resonant, like all those games or whatever, and then it says like second week, and then it shows a picture of ice cream soup, and it's just a bunch of ice cubes in water because you're so broke. That's what you have to eat is ice cube soup.
That's pretty much how it's gonna
bro,
be.
I bought the damn Fortune's Weave Dog Done edition, bro.
Oh, you did get it?
Collector's edition.
Yeah.
I told you I made that decision. I was like, you know what? I can pay extra to get
I thought
that.
maybe your thing got hacked. I couldn't believe it.
No, I was really thinking, because I'm like, man, like I can buy that, but the Fortune's Weave Dogden edition is literally the price of another game. And I was like, there's so many games coming out. I do have to pick and choose. As much as I would love that, I'm gonna have to sacrifice that. So it is what it is. But yeah, I'm excited for that. I will be picking it up day one because I do want to revisit the world of Brave Exvius, and yeah, this looks great. Dustbloods, a closed network test was announced. It's coming out sometime this summer, so probably sometime next month or August. Super excited about that. I think we all have to play this closed network test. No questions asked. It's going to be required. We got to.
I mean, you can play up to 8 people
if they put us in there, because we got to sign up for it and stuff. And I think it's going to be based off a lottery system or something.
I'll tell my uncle who works for Nintendo to get us in there. So.
Oh yeah, please.
Yeah.
Tell him to show us some. Oh, I don't want to spoil. Never mind.
Yeah, we haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah,
it's cool. It's like up to 8 people, and it looks like it's PvPvE. So you're going against each other, but you're also going against the monsters. So I'm very interested to see how this game actually is going to work. Again, we still haven't seen much of it. Like everybody's first experience of knowing what the game is and how it plays is going to be that closed network test, because they haven't showed anything else. They just showed like that small trailer, and that's it. So, but I'm excited for it. I can't wait to play. It's from Software. They've done a lot more hit than missing. I would like them to go back and revisit 3D Dot Game Heroes and just, either port that
I'd be
or
all
something.
over that.
Yes, that was an amazing game. I love that game. Dragon Quest Monsters: The Wizard World. They show a little bit more of that. That is coming December 3rd to Nintendo Switch 2. They actually showed the release date, because we knew it was coming sometime this year. We just didn't have a release date, but now we do. I probably will pick it up because it has to do with Dragon Quest 5. But we'll wait and see, because of all these games coming out. I gotta pick and choose. The Monsters games I'm not too invested in compared to the mainline Dragon Quest games. Splatoon Raiders, we got to see more of that. I do gotta say, after watching that Nintendo Treehouse, I'm really digging Splatoon Raiders, and it's now a day one buy for me. Like I
Nice.
really like what I see in this
It's
game.
It's an
I didn't.
interesting single player story that they're taking.
Yeah, exactly.
Ish.
The combat looks fun. The world and everything they have going on looks fun, and I think this would be a cool like co-op game because it is up to 4 players that you can play together in this PvE. So I definitely do want to pick this up and play it for sure. Minecraft Switch 2 edition. They announced that your Switch worlds will carry over, and it's coming out sometime this year. No exact release date. Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2 is getting ported over to Nintendo Switch 2. Don't think there's a release date. It just says holiday season. That's kind of cool for Warhammer fans. Then we got the
thought the game was
Kingdom
okay.
Hearts collection, which is basically all the games. That gets announced, finally coming available on Switch 2. There is something that people are very upset about. Not that the cloud
Understandable.
Gonna
servers
buy
are
it
going
again.
down. Well, there's that,
Not
but
even
yeah,
that.
it's not the cloud servers going down. If you did buy the cloud version, you do get, I believe it's 50% off of the physical version, which is not bad for anybody like the 2 people
Not
out
the
there that
physical.
bought
You
the
mean
cloud.
the digital
digital,
release, not the
correct.
physical. Yeah.
But the biggest thing is Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 collection is also coming to Switch 1. Meaning all this time they could have put it on the
They could have
Nintendo
done it.
Switch 1.
I
They
didn't
never
know
did.
that. I
Yes.
didn't know they
Yep.
did. Wow. I didn't. That's some scummy. That's some scummy stuff right there. That's insane.
Very
I'm
scummy.
calling out this. That is really freaking scummy.
That just shows
Jesus
you that
Christ.
Square didn't want to try. They didn't want to invest or anything like that. So a lot of people were kind of upset. They're like, man, all this time, this game could have been available on Switch 1, but you chose not to. Instead, you did the cloud versions, which probably sold maybe 1,000 copies at max. Like, I don't know too many people
You're
that
being a little
bought it.
hyperbolic, but that's probably not a lot. That's
Yeah.
for certain.
Only one
mean,
I know that has is
don't
HMK
think it's
because he did a whole
hyperbolic.
run using the cloud version. That's
I
it.
don't think it's hyperbolic. I don't know a single soul that's be playing Kingdom Hearts on the Switch cloud only, bro. I don't know. I don't think that's hyperbolic. So,
But yeah, also there is a demo that's released already of Kingdom Hearts 3 plus Remind, and that goes up to almost close to the end of Olympus, which is funny because yesterday on my 12-hour stream I went to go ahead and play Kingdom Hearts 3. I was like, you know what, let me finish the demo. And I was at the save point. Literally, I just walked 3 steps, and it's like, "Thank you for playing the demo." I was like, "Oh, I was at the end of the demo the whole time, and I just never knew that." But yeah, so you can play that demo. It'll save right at that part, and then of course you have to buy the game to finish up the Olympus Coliseum level or the Olympus level there. But yeah, day one buy for me, $75 on the Nintendo Switch 2. Comes with all the games. Releases October 8th. File size is a little bit concerning because for whatever reason it shows like 500 gigabytes for.
no, that was fixed.
Oh, did they fix it finally? Okay.
They fixed that. Yeah.
I was about to say, I was like, 'cause that's a lot of like storage on like that. There's no way
yeah.
you're gonna be
No.
able to download any of that. So, but yeah, I think it's like 30 gigs per game or something like that. So it's still quite a bit of storage that you need. But that wasn't the biggest news. And this is crazy because I was thinking in my head when we do our predictions before we watch these shows, this is not something I would expect. This is not something I
No.
would ever say would be shown at a Nintendo Direct.
Nintendo, right?
But they finally showed off more of Kingdom Hearts 4. And man, like I went crazy seeing that. I was not expecting to see
We
anything
weren't
Kingdom Hearts
streaming
4.
either. Oh,
Yeah,
waste.
which sucks. But they officially announced Kingdom Hearts 4 is coming to Nintendo Switch 2 day and date with all the other consoles. And man, am I super excited for this game. Like it looks amazing. I cannot wait. We got to see a little bit more. And all my theories are just going crazy because there's that scene of what looks to be young Xehanort putting an umbrella over Sora. I'm like, oh shoot,
I know who that is.
where's this going? Yeah, of course you're the biggest Kingdom Hearts fan here. You should know.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm excited for this. Like, I can't wait for it. I don't think anybody else is as invested with the Kingdom Hearts lore as much as me here on this podcast.
Excuse me, you and I could go head to head with Kingdom Hearts lore, buddy.
That's right.
Don't
right.
You, yeah. Don't get ahead of your
Yeah, and
skis there.
the combat that they showed, if it's running like on the Switch 2 hardware, like that game, it looks running smooth.
Well,
Hopefully
apparently
it's
it
nice.
is because they re-released the same trailer, but that is not running on Switch 2, and you can tell it's higher resolution, better like shadows and stuff like that. So
Okay.
that what they showed off on the direct is definitely Switch 2 hardware for sure.
It looked good for Switch 2 hardware.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. I do gotta say though, like Kingdom Hearts 3 needs a little bit more time in the oven because it is kind of weird. The frame rate's all over the place. It definitely goes higher than 30 FPS at times, and then at other times it goes lower than 30 FPS. Like I was in this one area and it was definitely running at least 60 FPS. And then the minute I turned the corner, it dropped back down to 30. It was all over the place. So it must be uncapped. I hope that same issue doesn't happen in the actual game. I'd rather them just cap it at 30 FPS or figure out how to make it run at 60 FPS, one or the other. When it comes to Kingdom Hearts 4, same thing. Like just let it run at 30 FPS. I'm fine with that. The game doesn't really need to be 60 FPS. It's been 30 FPS forever. I'll be fine with 30 FPS on here as well. But yeah, I'm excited. This will be a day one purchase for me. And then the final announcement, the one that we already
Big
knew was
boy.
coming.
Yeah.
And I don't care. I was still excited for the announcement to finally get confirmed. Very sad that they only showed this little teaser because I would definitely want to see a lot more of
Let's
it.
take a look at the Nintendo.
Especially since it's coming out this year, and that is The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake. Super hyped for this. I cannot wait for this game to release. It is this year. We just don't know when it's coming out. So I'm excited. What about you
They'll
guys?
probably have a like a treehouse to talk more into
Yeah.
like later in the fall.
My thing was, I think they're absolutely going to have a direct in September. There's no
sure.
way they're not going to have a direct and not show this game, and not even like a Zelda direct or the Treehouse. Like, no, they're going to have another direct, and they're going to finally show gameplay of
Yeah.
this thing. And that's like the one encouraging thing about this is that the limited amount they showed, which is just that little scene of Link as a kid,
Yeah.
that basically
The
confirms
opening,
we're going to have a
basically.
direct in September.
Mm-hmm. I do wonder if the direction they're gonna go is really gonna be the legend type of thing because it seems like if it's not the Deku Tree, it's like somebody narrating and how it shows like the story of Link, and then the next thing you know cuts into Link sleeping. It'd be kind of cool where they're like starting it off like, hey, we're retelling this old legend of what happened. And what if like I don't know, I doubt Nintendo would do this, but what if this at the end it hints to what the next Zelda game is and it has something to do with
Majora's
that.
Mask.
I mean, yeah, there's Majora's Mask, right? But I'm saying
Majora's
like
Mask
whatever
remake.
new Zelda, maybe the person is telling it
Mm.
at the end, it's like you see a new Link and like, hey, the new Zelda's coming later. That
I
would
don't
be
think
amazing,
Nintendo
but
would
they
do
wouldn't
that.
do
No,
that.
you don't
No.
see a Link. You see a Zelda telling the story.
Well, it's a guy
Mm.
that's telling the story, unless Zelda has a deep
Or it
voice.
could be her dad. It could be King
Oh,
Hyrule
that's true. It could be the king.
telling
Yeah,
it's Zelda.
yeah. It could be the king. Yeah.
When Ash and I were streaming this, because me and Ash and I had a call, like a video call. We were both watching the stream at the
Mhm.
same time, and in that trailer, when they had that little trill of Saria's song, that dun, 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 I
Yeah.
had goosebumps. I showed Ash on stream. I showed him my arm. I had goosebumps when they played that little trill from just that
Yeah.
little
Oh, yeah.
and they showed the map and oh dude, and the funny thing is that was nothing. Like you give me any
Nothing.
other game and I'm like, what a joke of an announcement. Like that was like almost as bad as the Persona 6 reveal. I mean, in a way. But like that game, like my mind can put together the dots of what this is going to be like, and it's incredibly exciting. I'm very like I'm almost looking forward to that as much, not quite, but almost as much as when the game came out originally 28 years ago.
Mhm.
Because that's probably when it's going to come out. So then probably come out around the 28-year anniversary of Ocarina of Time, which makes me feel stupendously old. And your mind kind of starts thinking about like all the different ways that they're going to have to deal with the 64 wonkiness. Like one of the popular memes that's going around on Twitter right now is that shark that's at the bottom of the lab in Lake Hylia, and how
Oh
in
yeah.
the 64 version it's just like a JPEG of a shark. Like now they're gonna have like a real shark in there, and then you think about like Lord Jabu Jabu's stomach, like they're gonna have to
Mm,
put that in on a Nintendo Switch 2. Like, what's that gonna like look all fleshy and
yeah.
gross and stuff? And
It'd be interesting, especially with his art style. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And it's like the game's kind of adult in a lot of ways. I mean, like the redeads are really unsettling. It's not quite
That
as
scream they do.
dire as what'd you say?
The scream that they do when you encounter them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And the look of them and everything. It's
Mhm.
not nearly as um uh what's the word I'm looking for? Uh when there's like foreboding or whatever as Majora's Mask or whatever, because Majora's Mask is just straight up despair, like in game form or whatever, existential
It's a sad
despair.
world.
And what'd you say?
It's a sad world in Majora's Mask.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And so this is, I mean, there's a lot of sad stuff, a lot of very epic stuff, adult themes in some capacity and stuff like that. And so it's really going to be interesting. And I think that's kind of the thing, like why they didn't show any gameplays, because they know everybody wants to see what this game is going to look
Yeah.
like, because I think they're going to have to go further than like the 3DS, and they are going to go further than what the 3DS remake looked like. But are they going to go like super realistic and have it be like, I don't know, I can't even think of an example right now, like God of War or something like that? Like it's probably gonna be somewhere in between.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely gonna go realistic. Like looking at the trailer, you see how Link is. You know, Link's bed actually has like a cover versus him, you know, being in bed with his boots on and all that stuff. Like
Yeah,
he
it was
actually,
like a picture of a treehouse, like a picture
yeah,
he's laying in.
exactly. Like it looks great. I know my son watched it. He doesn't like the like Link looks like he has like overalls on and
He
stuff.
looks
I'm
like Chucky a little bit.
Well, I
yeah,
mean, that's just child Link. You know, that could just be
Mhm.
his everyday clothes. You know,
which yeah,
He's
pretty
not a
much.
special Kokiri yet.
yeah.
Which I mean, I'm excited. Like to me, I just can't wait. I'll never forget the feeling I had and just how amazed I was when you finally time travel, you go into the future, and you
Yep.
get out of the Temple of Time, and you just see how Hyrule is just destroyed. And I remember going like that. I was like, "What the heck? Like, what happened to Hyrule?" I can't wait to see how that looks in this game. Is Hyrule going to get expanded? Because Hyrule is just really a courtyard, and that's it. And you had like
Yeah.
the
Like
drawbridge
3
area.
screens.
Exactly. Like, are they gonna expand Hyrule and make it a lot bigger? Like, are they gonna expand everything and make it bigger? I have
Yeah.
so many questions. I don't know what we're gonna get.
Like
And
how open is this open world
Yeah.
going to be?
How big are
yeah,
they
You
taking
know?
this thing?
Yeah.
yeah. Are
I
they?
mean, are they going to go like Tears of the Kingdom big?
Yeah, that would be crazy if they
Yeah.
did.
Well, and
I don't
you
know if
know,
you guys are. Go ahead.
yeah. Go ahead. You
I
go
was gonna
ahead,
say, I
buddy.
don't know if you guys remember this, but the first time you played Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, you felt like that map was gigantic,
Yeah.
huge, right? And
It's
it's like
taking
now it's so
forever.
quaint and small. You know,
And it
it's
made
so
it
funny how
seem
that
big
scale
too
works.
because it's like, oh man, like it's gonna take me forever to get to the other side, and by the time I
Right,
get there, it's gonna be dark, and the drawbridge is
right,
closed to get to Hyrule.
right,
That made it seem like it took forever too.
right.
But I'm curious to see like how are they gonna implement it? Like if they make expand everything to make it bigger, the dungeons have to be bigger too because the dungeons you could
Yeah.
beat in maybe 15, 20, maybe 30
20
minutes,
yeah.
right? Like it's they're not that. Some dungeons take a little bit longer, like the water temple, but for the most part, the dungeons are pretty short. So are they gonna expand the dungeons? But then the dungeons are done so perfectly that it's like, how are you gonna
I want to do the
change
Forest
that?
Temple again. I love that. It's
Well,
my favorite
Yeah.
temple
that
in the
and
game.
like, you know how you go from one area to another? There's that slight load, right? From one area to another area.
Yeah.
Like when I'm in Kakariko Village and I'm going
Mhm.
up to Death Mountain. When I
Yeah.
go through that gate, there's a load.
Like
Yeah.
Go up
whites
to
out
Death
for a
Mountain.
second.
Yeah, whites out. And then when I go up Death Mountain into Gorgon City, there's a load. If
This is
you
gonna be
know
more seamless.
how big, yeah, I wonder if it's how it's gonna be way more seamless. Where the only loads are gonna be if like I'm in Hyrule and then I'm going into Kakariko Village, like no load at all, right? But once I go to Death Mountain, slight
Yeah.
load, but then everything in Death Mountain is completely open, right? So I can go to Gorgon
That's
City,
true.
I can go up Death Mountain, go into the temple, like just almost zero like load where they're still keeping things in contained, but they're just expanding that containment for those
Yeah.
areas, like sectioning them up, but they're just like making it bigger.
Well, yeah,
So
Tears of
that
the
way it's
Kingdom kind of did that,
seamless.
right? When you
Exactly. That's what I
go,
mean.
yeah, when you go to like the Zoro's domain, there's no loading, you're just there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Or
can
when
see
you go
them
from
doing that.
Sky to Hyrule, there's like the loading is when you're falling down.
Yeah,
But that's it.
man. So many questions, so many questions. I just can't wait
I
to see
hope
more of this game.
I hope when you beat the game, they unlock mirror mode or
That'd be
master mode,
nice.
which is basically mirror mode.
Oh, Master
Right.
Quest.
Yeah, master quest.
That'd be cool because they also changed up the dungeons too a little bit, which was kind of neat. I did like that. Make it a lot more fun to replay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see when this gets shown. Can't wait. We have Star Fox
Hopefully we can
64
stream.
remake. Yes. We have Ocarina of Time remake. All this left is Super Mario 64 remake.
Oh
I mean,
man, would I be thrilled with
now we
that.
just gotta like imagine how the character designs are going to be, right?
Yeah. Oh, I'm thinking like I'm curious to see how Link looks as adult
Ganondorf,
Link, how
yeah,
Ganondorf looks. Yeah,
Ganondorf.
like everybody. Impa,
'Cause
Zelda. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Talon,
Sheik.
Malon, the
Yeah,
Lon Lon Ranch crew.
a little more
Yeah,
like
because like
Mario.
in the N64 and the 3DS like remake or remaster, whatever you
Hmm.
want to call it. I mean, it was just all the characters still had their very pronounced like designs,
Hmm.
like big nose, big ears. Like everything was just
Yeah,
very distinct. Where like the one thing they show of Link in this thing, you can see, yes, he's got pointy ears, but they're not like really that super pointy. Like they're
yeah,
not like elf ears.
yeah.
Um, so
Which,
you can tell he's Hyrulean, but it doesn't like
hmm,
not too far off from like just a regular person, regular human
yeah,
being. So I wonder how they're going to design, the Gorons, the Zoras, the freaking Ganondorf's people, like how they're going to make them
yeah,
look.
yeah. I can't wait. I just can't wait for this game. I'm super excited. A little. I don't want to dive deep into this, but I feel bad for Nate the Hate because he did say that it was being made, and after it got officially announced, a lot of people were upset. And I get it. It killed some people's hype
I get
because
it
they were
too.
expecting it.
Yep.
And I I think of like how I felt when I saw Kingdom Hearts 4 because that was super unexpected. Nobody knew that was coming, and it
Yep.
was shown. And I can imagine that being the same thing for Ocarina of Time. Like I do understand that, but at the
I
same
think he should
time,
leak
mhm,
dates of like states of play and Nintendo Directs like that. I don't have a problem with, but like getting into these specific announcements, it kind of ruins it for the teams and it ruins it for the fans. Like, oh, great, I get to
yeah,
know 2 days earlier. It's like
yeah,
keep it to yourself.
yeah. I mean, I get that. Like, it's a little bit of both, right? Because like for us, it's content that we got to share on the podcast, we got to discuss it, like and stuff like that. But at the same time, like like I said, I get it. I get it. Do I care? Not too much. I mean, I'm still hyped no matter what. I'm happy that it was
Yeah.
confirmed. Because if it wasn't confirmed, then what happens? He would have gotten hate on anyways, because he would have been called a liar and all this other stuff, and people would have hated on him for that too. So
How much of a bummer would it have been if that game would have been it was the Legends of Ocarina of Time 2027? That'd have been such a
yeah,
bummer, and that's all we saw.
uh,
It's
I would have been upset. Like, don't show me this. Like,
yeah,
don't play with my
yeah,
heart like that.
right.
So that brings us to the end. What are the final thoughts? What are your final ratings when it comes to this direct?
B plus. I'm gonna rate it or A minus rather. A
A
minus.
minus, yeah, I say A
Yeah, A
minus.
minus.
Yeah.
Because it
A
had
lot
the
more
big
hits than
announce.
misses.
Well, here's where I stand on it. It had the big announcements of Summer Games Fest, but the problem with Summer Games Fest was that Summer Games Fest was 2 hours or hour and a
Yeah.
half, or whatever. This was an hour. So it's like the bigger hits were less saturated or whatever. Like
Hmm.
they made more of an impact. It's
Mhm.
like, hey, we only have an hour or 50 minutes or whatever it is, and like so you didn't mind as much sitting through a lot of the other stuff that was either dates or stuff I didn't care about or whatever. So it had the big hits of Summer Games Fest, and then it had the brevity of the Xbox showcase, and so that's why I think they won overall. Because really, the only Xbox game that was announced that was like that level of hype was probably Persona 6, and that was such a big nothing burger
Yeah.
announcement.
Just the
But
title.
overall, Xbox was strong. Like I love that press conference. That's why I gave it a B plus. Um, yeah, I would say Nintendo won overall, and they kind of took the best of both worlds of Summer Game Fest and Xbox.
Yeah. What about you, Ash?
So for me, definitely, okay. Yeah, I think some biases are gonna come in with this one, but
That's all right.
I'm also gonna give it to an A. I give this one an A minus. I think it's mainly because for me, I was really hoping for more Switch 2 editions to come out. And they said, you know what, F it, let's announce the Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2, and
You've been
3 for
asking
Switch
for
2
that for a
editions.
year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for like for literally a year, and like at
Yeah.
that point, we're going a little bit over a year now with the Switch 2, and it took them this long to announce these things.
Well, I
But
mean, they did add
I would
content
say
to it, so maybe that's why
they
they had to
did, they
like
did.
also do
So
that.
That's
it's
true.
not
Yeah.
just like the whole upskill thing and all that if all that fun jazz. They add voice acting to the heart to heart conversations. I forgot what else he said in those in
The
that
little
stuff as
racing
well, but
thing. They have like a mount where you can
yes.
travel faster in the
Hmm.
world, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, so I'm glad they're adding more kilo alpha to this type of stuff and everything. So I was already satisfied with that, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm also super happy that they're actually going to remake the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Even though I barely played the game growing up, I still fully respect the game for what it was, and I'm 100% happy that this game is finally getting remade. Um, hopefully, I'm assuming if they're gonna do a direct sometime during September, I'm thinking that's gonna be like a Ocarina of Time dedicated direct, which at that point that makes sense to me. You know, if they're gonna like really make this game like a total system seller, if anything. Um, anything else I'm missing? Oh yeah, the New Zealand Big Chronicles game. I was I was expecting them to announce a New Zealand Chronicles game, and from that point, I guess what's throwing me off a little bit with it is the setting of it being all school like and everything. I wasn't really thinking they were gonna go in that direction, but who knows? They may branch out a little bit because at this point I'm kind of tired of the school setting in RPGs. I want to I just want to take a break from it. That's all it is, or for that, if anything. But other than that, excited for the New Zealand game. But damn, I'm like forgetting other things. I know I am. But I think overall, from what I remembered, is that it did have some downs, but it maintained a good steady flow of like, okay, here's the main stuff, here's the filler stuff, and then here's the main stuff, here's the filler stuff, and then they're gonna hit you with a big ass bang, along with Kingdom Hearts 4 for for a trailer. That was so funny. People were expecting that from the Sony Direct.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Imagine you saw that in the theaters that Sony was hosting. They didn't even have that. Like, come on, for Jesus Christ.
Nintendo
But-
should
I
have
bet
had
you
a
Nintendo
theater.
paid big money. I bet you Nintendo paid big money to Square Enix.
Yeah, but
I
who
don't
know
got
if
bigger
Nintendo
money?
paid. Maybe
Sony
Square
got
Enix
bigger
did.
money. Sony got bigger money than Nintendo, bro. Like, come on. You're telling me you did all this and said, nope, we're not gonna have the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer in our thing. Like, that makes no sense to me. Like, come on. You know, but hey, it's whatever. It's whatever. It was a big old bang old direct. I enjoyed it 100%, 110%.
I mean,
A
Square
minus
Enix
for me.
could have like took the hit and like we will have to announce on the Switch Nintendo Direct because
They could take
because of the
hit.
cloud because of the Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, 3 cloud versions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, okay, we effed up Nintendo. Like, here's how we're gonna make it up to you.
Fair.
Kingdom Hearts
Yeah.
4 announcement on your Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, they definitely. I think Square Enix. It's I'm like an 11 hate relationship with them because there's like certain shit that they need to step up on because they're like inconsistent on certain models that they're trying to do. Like like the thing we're just talking about on the fact that hey we're finally releasing the physical version of the collection and they're releasing on both Switch 1 and Switch 2. For the longest time, I thought this was only going to be for the Switch 2. But it's also for the freaking Switch 1. Like, what the bruh? Like, come on. Like, man, Jesus. Anyway, besides that, A minus from me. Love the direct. So I'll pass it off to Fan.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with the A- scoring.
Mhm.
They didn't start like on a high like Xbox did with Gears of War. They started with Rhythm, Heaven, Groove, which I'm sure a lot of people were excited for that. They just showed more of it, but it's not like a Mario. It's not a Zelda. It's not.
I'm glad they got it out of the way.
You know, but
Mhm.
you know it. Yeah, it was just in the middle, fine, and then Onimusha, Way of the Sword, which demos out for Steam or whatever if other people play. Good demo, and then it like kind of like just slowly picked up, like up and up. There's a couple dips every once in a while, but those dips were like very small. They didn't last very long, so it was like it's like getting a shot at the doctor's office, like small amount of pain, didn't last for a long period of time, and then you get the next big wave, Fire Emblem. You get a little dip there with Deltarune, which I'm sure people are great with Deltarune Chapter 5, and then Donkey Kong Bonanza, and then Jujutsu Kaisen, slowly going down, and then goes back up again with Liza P, Devil May Cry goes a little bit down with Big Walk. Like, so it was just kind of like goes like this, but it didn't like dip down too low, and it just kept going. But then on a freaking high with what we knew what was going on with Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, Kingdom Hearts 4, Kingdom Hearts Collection. So yeah, I definitely give it an A minus. A lot of good stuff
We're
in
all in
there.
agreement.
Majority of the games I'm very excited for. Some of them I could care less, but I'm sure again, like I'm not the only gamer in the world, so there's probably a lot of other people that are very happy for those other games that are being announced. But more pluses than minuses, even for the hour-long direct this was.
I'm gonna go a step higher than you guys. I give it an A.
Hey, okay.
Because surprised me with
Kingdom
Hearts
Hearts 4. I mean,
Like
Yeah.
that's huge. There's Ocarina of Time, that's huge. Xenoblade Genesis, another surprise. Like that's huge. And some of the biggest surprises for me were games that I was already and very close to pre-ordering on other platforms that are coming to Switch too. And it's kind of made me go back to what I was saying earlier, where I was like, I'm gonna buy every game on Switch too. Because my biggest fear was like, how much is the Switch 2 gonna be missing out on? Are we not gonna get these day and date games? Which some of them like we didn't even mention it here. I don't think we did, but Metaphor ReFantasio also got announced. It's not on this
It
list,
did.
and
Yeah.
that's coming to Switch 2. Tales of Eternia.
It was in one of the little their little small section where they're just like showing.
No, they
things.
had
by
a
the
whole
way,
they had a whole segment
Did they?
of it. Yeah, Tales of Eternia
it
was
wasn't
a
in a
small
montage.
segment.
It wasn't
Yeah.
in the montage. Okay, for
No,
some reason
Tales
I
of
thought
Eternia
it
was
was
in a montage, which I thought was weird because when I saw that, I was like, "Why is that in a montage? Like, that's kind of huge news." Because Eternia, I believe, never released in the U.S. at all. It's only been in Japan, so this is the first time it's available over here, and they're kind of going back to that 2D aspect, which is pretty interesting. But those are that's day and date. And then like I said, Onimusha and Dragon's Dogma, which yes, Dragon's Dogma originally released, but this is Dark Arisen, which is coming out at the same time as the Switch 2. So I call that day and date because there's a lot more going on there. Yeah, like as a Switch 2 owner and somebody who wants to use the Switch 2 as a primary platform, like this has got me happy. Like definitely better than any Nintendo Direct in terms of third party support. I know a lot of people like the directs just for the first party support, but I am happy seeing this third party support where I would usually have to go to other platforms to like third party. Now I can enjoy my first party and third party games, even if it's not 60 or 120 FPS. I can still enjoy these games on here. So yeah, I'm very very happy with what they did. I mean, again, they've sold me as it's okay to use the Switch 2 as your primary platform and play it all day. So yeah, I'm excited. I give it a. I like everything that it showed. All right. Well, one last thing before we go to memories cards. If you want to start getting ready, I
I'm ready.
do want to mention that there definitely will be a September direct because when you look at all these release dates, the latest game is really the DLC that's December 3rd. And I think there was like one more game that's December 3rd. But outside of that, every game comes out this summer, September, or October. That's it. There's no games for November or December. So I'm sure there will be a September direct to talk about games coming out in November, which I think Ocarina of Time is going to be a November game because I think that's when it released originally, right?
Yep, correct.
So it's probably going to be a November game for sure. What else? Yeah, they'll probably announce what's coming November, December, January, February, and maybe March. So yeah, I'm excited. All right, let's
Likewise.
go and get ready for memory cards.
Memory cards. We have
How long
officially
is it gonna take?
rebranded. What'd you say, fan?
I'll say, how long is memory cards gonna take?
I don't know, like
Okay.
maybe 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we renamed it to Memory Cards. It's Volume 4. Fan, you haven't been here the past couple weeks, so just a couple quick things to get you up to speed on. One is that I'm going to put the screen on there. Okay. One is that there's 3 questions that are on the board that I have written down that are called attack defend questions. How attack defend questions work is that if you pick one that's attack defend, you get to either attack with it and either hit Ash or James with it. And if they get it wrong, they lose double the point value. And if they get it right, they gain nothing. Or you can defend, where if you get it right, you get double the point value, and if you miss it, you don't lose anything. And
Okay.
then there's also going to be a final memory question for Final Jeopardy, where you have to bet based on the category, and that's pretty much it. Oh, and then also for the category, a link between wild times. Everybody has to answer that, and if you get it wrong, you lose points. You get it right, you gain points. But everybody has
Okay.
to answer that. What's that OST? Self-explanatory. Dragon games. Every one of the games are going to have dragon in the title. Link's locations, various locations of our favorite protagonists from the Legend of Zelda series. And then who's that developer? I give 3 games, and you have to tell me who the developer was that did it. And as always, everybody has to, if you want to answer, you just write down on your little tablet you got there. And if you get it right, you get points. You get it wrong, you lose points. If you choose not to answer at all, you gain or lose nothing. So we'll go ahead and we'll kick it off. Last week.
Grab a pen marker.
Oh yeah, you need that. You need that. You know what? Since Fan missed the last couple weeks, I'm gonna let Fan kick us off when he comes back with a dry erase marker.
What? The champion should start this off. I mean, come on.
No, Fan needs to start this off. I think you've had enough success. Actually, 2 weeks ago, you and Ash tied at 0, which was hilarious.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll let Fan kick us off today. So
I'm
Fan,
playing
whenever you're
for-
ready, go
for-
ahead and choose what
for
category
keeps.
you want.
I gotta go to the stream. Okay. Let's start off easy because I gotta go into it. So let's do link between wild times for 100.
Okay, everybody has to answer this.
Okay. You have
Okay.
to.
What came first, Surge Soda or Pilot Wing 64? Just raise your hand when you're done guessing.
All right.
Okay, waiting for Ash.
Hopefully you can see it. This pin isn't the greatest.
You ready?
Okay,
All right.
everybody show. Okay, Triple Surge. The correct answer is Pilot Wing 64, September of
Ooh.
1996.
Jesus.
So just 1
Alright.
year. Okay.
I remember
Yep.
Surge, because they had a lot of caffeine in it. It was almost like an energy drink,
Yeah.
and
Correct.
Yeah.
I
They had
love
a-
Surge when I was a little kid.
I never drank it. And then I
Um,
remember my mom saying, "Don't drink it," because I think some kid got into the hospital. It was like something huge, yeah, for drinking too much of that.
Fan,
Yeah.
next choice.
Let's do links locations for 100.
Okay. The mainland where nearly every mainline Zelda game takes place at some point.
Hopefully I get this one right.
I have a feeling we're all gonna get back to 0 with this one.
I hope so.
Okay, Raise.
I'm
Okay.
done.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yep, go ahead. Yep. Show. Yep. Brilliant. Okay, we're all back to zeros.
Thank
Fan,
God,
still your
thank
board.
God.
All right. Let's do Dragon games for 200.
This famous dragon game was animated by the Land Before Time's Don Bluth.
Yeah, I'm not answering that one.
Yeah, I don't know this one either.
Okay.
And looks like you're the
Wait,
only
Dragon
answer.
Lair?
Correct. Well, yeah, that's close enough. Yep, Dragon's Lair.
Okay.
Yep,
Damn, how did Fan? Okay, I see you.
Dragon's Lair. Yep. All right, Fan, go ahead.
Do who's that developer for 200?
Dang, fam, I win this one.
Max Payne, Alan Wake, Quantum Break.
Oh,
Ah, damn it.
Developer ones always get me, so I'm gonna abstain,
You're-
and while I'm abstaining,
passing?
I'm gonna grab another marker. Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Ash, what are you doing?
Wait. Damn it. Nah, I'm a pass.
You're passing? Okay. I
Yeah,
think
damn.
Fan said he's passing too. So James, what is the answer?
okay.
That is correct. Remedy is the answer.
I knew it. Freaking knew it. Jesus Christ.
Okay. James is back on the board. We'll wait for Fan to come back with his marker.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. James got it right. The answer was Remedy.
Oh, I
Go
heard.
ahead.
I can still hear. I got my.
Oh, okay.
headphones
Sorry, I
in,
didn't know
so,
if you.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. James, your choice.
All right. Who's that developer for 500? Going big.
Okay.
You know me.
Rocket Knight Adventures, Lifeline, Gradius.
Oh man,
I'm not answering that one.
James?
I don't know it.
I think
No.
I think I play. I think I played none of those games actually.
Konami.
Oh, I was gonna say Konami
wow.
too. Dang it, because of
That would have been a
Gradius.
big point
Yeah.
bust for you. Lifeline
Shoot.
was a PS2 game that came out that used the microphone. You played like a
Mhm.
operator or something like that, like in space, some crazy like that. And then Rocket Knight Adventures is a classic 2D side
Dang
scroller
it.
game.
I was
so.
gonna say Konami also, man. I can't believe. Oh well,
Well,
whatever.
you didn't.
I didn't want to
Your
take
choice, James.
A Link Between Wild Times 500.
All right.
Okay.
What happened last? Wednesday's premiere on Netflix or Resident Evil Village's release date?
Oh shoot.
Wait, what? Wait, what's the?
What?
Wednesday, the
Wednesday's
show on
premiere.
Netflix with like the Addams Family girl.
Uh-huh.
What happened
Mm,
last?
all right. I'm guessing.
So we're
Oh.
trying to remember on what happened during the Wednesday's premiere.
Yeah. Oh, we all
Well,
have to guess.
what came
yeah.
out what came out last? Did Wednesday premiere first or did Resident Evil Village premiere first?
Oh, okay,
So
got it.
the question is what was last?
Yeah.
You guys have
Okay,
to
I
answer, by the way. You have to answer, otherwise you forfeit. So it's better to
Okay.
take a guess and have a
I know,
50% chance. So did you
Yeah,
write
you're
something
right.
down, fan?
You're right.
I'm
You're
thinking.
Right. Okay,
Okay, you're thinking. Okay,
Yeah.
that's the problem. I don't watch Netflix, so it's like a 50-50 for me. Jesus Christ.
it's 50-50 for everybody. It's one or two. It's one of two answers.
Okay.
All right, hold up. I'm almost done. All right, got
I'm
it.
going with my gut.
All right, show me.
Yeah, same.
Everybody said Wednesday. Wednesday is the correct answer. Everybody gets
Ooh,
points.
Nice.
Thank God. Sheesh.
Okay, James, still your board.
Let's do Link's locations for 500.
Ugh. This is what's gonna kill me.
The island where Link's Awakening takes place doesn't have to be spelled perfectly.
Oh man. Shoot.
Yeah, I'm not doing this one.
I literally played this game like several years ago. I just can't remember.
You see it like a billion times in the game, I feel like, but then like when you try to recall
know.
it, it's really hard to remember.
I don't know if that's the island's name though. I remember a location. I just don't
Yeah.
know if that's the island's name.
I'm not gonna risk it because
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm not sure.
it's a big
pass.
point value.
Yeah.
You're passing.
Like,
Everybody's
yeah.
passing. Okay,
I'm passing.
it's Cohilant Island.
Oof. Okay, good thing I didn't do that.
Okay.
Okay,
I was gonna say
still your board,
Telltale
James.
Island.
Yeah, close.
Dragon Games for 500.
The 9th expansion of World of Warcraft.
Who knows
That's a
that?
pass. I don't know that. I'm not a WoW guy.
I didn't play WoW at all, so like really.
Yeah.
So I played WoW in like college for like a few
Dragonflight.
times, and then that's.
Dude, so some of the friends.
I mean, we know it
that
has
call-
dragon in the
No,
name, but like we weren't gonna be able to
dude.
guess exactly what the word is.
No, dude, some of the friends and coworkers I have are gonna be mad at me for not knowing this shit because they did.
Well, I actually changed that one. I changed that one last minute because I thought the original 500 was too hard. I'll just ask you. You guys tell me if you would have gotten it. This Square Enix game was developed by some developer. It starts with a C and it starts Prince Cairn of something. Square Enix developed game. Would you guys have known that? James, would you have known that?
Was it Dragon Guard?
Yep, it was Drakengard. So you probably would have gotten that right. Yeah. Okay. But I decided to change it. I thought that was too obscure for you guys, but apparently Warcraft was more obscure.
That's more obscure, bro. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Still your board, James.
Let's do A Link Between Wild Times for 200.
Okay. What came last? Nintendo Switch launch or the passing away of Prince?
Oh, wait.
Don't look it up. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up on my Switch. I'm running it down.
I thought you were looking up on your Sterling. And then you're like, hold on a minute.
We technically don't have a browser yet. So
I don't remember when Prince passed, so whoops.
I'm gonna have fun with this one. So I'm a all right.
I love these because they're so like just
All right.
you just kind of
Okay.
got to know it. All right, show me.
Wait, how you supposed to know? All right,
You
I'm
gotta
ready.
guess, man. Which one?
Show. Yeah.
Okay.
So
All
we
right,
have
yeah, I'm already ready.
Prince, Switch. Switch is the correct answer.
Oh,
Damn it.
yes.
All right.
Oof.
All right. Go ahead, James.
Actually,
I knew the
we're gonna
Switch came out in
do
2017. It just wasn't sure when Prince died.
yeah. A Link Between Wild Times 400.
Okay. What came last? Time Crisis hitting arcades or the Summer Olympics in Atlanta?
We have the answer to this one, right?
Yep, you
Yeah,
have to.
you have to answer the Link Between.
You have
Worlds.
to answer it.
Alright.
Mm.
Those are
What
required.
the f-
I mean, you don't
This
have
is-
to answer, but then you're going to lose points, so you might as well guess for a 50-50
I
chance.
know, but these are just such weird questions.
I know, that's why they're fun.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
I'm ready.
All right.
Okay, you got your answer, Ash?
Hold up. I'm doing it right
Okay.
now. I'm a shorthand this, so I'm ready. All right.
Okay, that's fine.
All
Show me.
Summer.
Okay, Summer Time Crisis. Summer is correct answer.
Oh,
Thank God. Jeez.
Why didn't you guys tell me what you guys were guessing? No, I'm just kidding.
All right. Let's go ahead. Who has the late F, James? No, can't be James. Ash, your board. Go ahead.
Sure, let's do a link between the Wild Times 300. Let's
Finish it
finish it
out.
off.
Let's
Yeah.
just killing it. Okay.
What happened first? The Wright brothers made their first successful flight, or Nintendo was established as a company?
Oh, that's easy. Come on. That's easy. Come on.
What
Hold up a
happened?
second.
Which one was first?
Oh, established as a company. Oh, hold a second.
All right. Okay,
Wait.
I got it.
Okay. No. I'm going with my gut. Let's do this. I'm
All right,
ready.
let's see it.
All right.
All right. So, right, Nintendo. The correct answer is Nintendo.
No fucking way.
Because they were
Yeah, 'cause they came out with they're like an old school, like they make game cards.
Playing
like
cards.
play
I know.
Yeah.
I know they make cards,
Yeah.
but I don't know how long ago was that, man.
In
Fuck.
1889.
All right.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
freaking Edo Japan, you know.
All right.
Yeah.
James, it's your board.
All right, let's do. Who's that developer for 400?
Guess what, James? That's gonna be attack defend. Do you
Oh.
want to attack Ash or Fan and double their losses, or do you want to answer it to potentially double your wins with no risk?
I want to answer it.
You're gonna answer it? Okay.
Yeah.
If we attack,
This
we
is
have
just-
to answer, right? Like if he attacks me, I have to answer it.
Correct. Yeah. So you're
Okay.
James. You're gonna defend and answer this yourself, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Fan and Ash, you're not answering this at all.
Okay.
Okay. Rygar, the Legendary Adventure, Monster Rancher, Kegrio, Deception 2.
Dang, I don't know this one.
Give up?
Mm,
Oh, you should probably guess anyways because you don't lose anything if you get it wrong.
I know this was already there, but I'm gonna just put it again.
Nope. It's gonna be
Ah.
Tecmo Koei.
Ah, I did not know Tecmo Koei did that.
Yep. All right, James, still your board.
Let's do who's that developer for 300.
Okay. Lost Planet 2, Maximo Ghosts to Glory, PN03.
It's that Lost Planet 2.
Yeah, I'm not very good with developers. This is the one category like I have no idea on, so I'm just gonna
Shoot. I know the,
abstain.
I know the
So
publisher.
Ash, are you abstaining? Or are you going for it?
I'm not going for it.
Okay. James, are you going for it?
Yeah.
The correct answer is Capcom.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Damn it.
Yeah, same to
Okay.
Capcom did Lost Planet, but I thought it might have been like a trick, question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
put Lost
Then you
Planet
put Lost
2.
Planet. I put Lost Planet 2, you know.
2, yeah, exactly.
Well,
I thought
'cause they
2,
did-
like, ah.
They did because he put Maximo, and that's when I was like, it has to be Capcom. Like,
Ghouls and
Okay.
Ghosts.
Yeah.
I never played.
All right, James.
Let's just finish off who's that developer for 100.
Okay. Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze, Metroid Prime
Oh.
Trilogy.
Yeah.
The easiest one in the world, baby. Wait. No, just don't think about it. Wait.
Let me know when everybody's got their answers. Looks like Fan and James are ready, Ash.
Wait,
You got yours
wait.
done? Uh-oh.
Huh.
Crap.
I mean, it's only 100, so if I lose, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, right.
I'm not answering this one because
Alright.
if I know what this is, I'm gonna. Get
I know
this one.
my
Let's go
answer's
right
wrong,
now.
but I just like
Okay, show me, guys.
I knew it.
Retro
Yeah.
Studios.
So
No, it
the
has
correct
to be,
answer is retro.
It has to be
Yeah.
retro studios. I knew it. I knew. That's what I was writing down originally. I was more like, oh, Nintendo, of course. I'm like, wait
it
a
was
minute.
Nintendo. I'm like, oh wait, no.
All right, James, you're bored.
Link's locations for 400.
Okay. On the western side of Link to the Past map in the Dark World lies Thieves Town. What is this place called in the Light World?
Oh,
Are you
I'm
abstaining, Ash?
Yeah.
Are you abstaining, fan?
I am abstaining for any of the links or locations, bro.
Okay, go ahead, James.
I don't know if I spelled that right.
Yep, that's correct. Kakariko Village. James got the points.
Yeah.
So just to catch up, listeners, Ash is at 400 points, James at 1,600, fans at 1,500. It's anybody's game still. James, your choice.
Link's location for 300. Poor Ash.
That's going to be an attack defend. What do you want to do, James?
Let me defend. Let me get the points.
Fine. Great. Okay. Where Link can get milk and steal rightfully Epona and Ocarina of Time.
Hmm.
I actually said it in the podcast. That is correct. Lon Lon Ranch. James gets double points. We're at 2,200.
Yeah.
James, still your board.
Let's finish off Link's location for 200.
Okay. The land in which Majora's Mask takes place. Majora's Mask takes place. I don't know. I have a double plural there. Majora's Masks takes place.
Yeah.
That was a typo.
I can't remember the name of the freaking town.
All right. Looks like Ash is abstaining. Fan, are you abstaining as well?
Yeah, I can't remember the name.
Okay. James? Termina
knew it
is
started with
correct,
the-
James.
Yeah, I knew it started with a
That's
T. I
100.
just couldn't freaking
Yep.
remember it.
All right. James, still your board.
Dragon Games for 400.
This series was made by the same developer of games such as Anthem and Jade Empire.
Oh,
What is this?
Right?
Fan and Ash, you guys?
You know what? I'm gonna make. What's that one again? Oh crap! Damn, I know this game. Hold up.
Fan, are you answering?
Hold up.
No.
No? Okay.
Where?
Let me guess. When I show the answer, you're going to say you knew it all along,
No,
right?
no.
Ash?
I'm trying to write it. I'm trying to write it down. Hold up a second. I know. It's at the tip of my tongue. You know what? I'm not gonna answer. I'm not gonna
Okay.
answer.
James? BioWare?
Huh?
I'm afraid not,
What?
James. The
Yeah,
answer is
definitely
Dragon
BioWare.
Age.
I knew it. I knew it.
You're thinking of
What?
developer. It's the
Yeah,
game.
you're thinking of
that start with
developer.
Dragon.
It's not
Dragon-
Dragon.
this is the Dragon
I'm
category.
sorry.
Yeah, I knew it was
I
Dragon
was-
Age. I knew it
I was in the
Dragon Age.
wrong-
It was at the tip of my freaking tongue.
I was thinking of the other thing. Whoops.
Damn it.
Shoot.
Dragon
Wrong
Age,
category.
man.
That's
Now
on
I'm gonna
me.
kick
I was thinking,
myself for
who's that
one. I gotta
developer?
kick-
Oh,
Bro, when you said Anthem, I'm like, oh, Anthem equals EA. I know Dragon Age is under EA. Like, come on.
Yep.
shoot. I forgot what
James,
category I
despite
was
that
in.
embarrassing
Yeah.
mess up, it's still your
You're still
board.
winning.
Ninja still
Dragon
winning.
Games for
Jeez.
300.
I'm-
Oh man, I can't believe I don't know why I
salty
didn't
over
think that
one,
category.
bro. I'm salty, bro.
Capcom
Yeah.
series of games involving recruiting pawns to aid you on your adventure.
Okay. I know this one.
Dang it, I can't believe it.
Oh.
I forgot what
All right, got
category
it.
we were on.
All right, Ash is done. Fan? Wait,
no.
wait. Fan, are you guessing or no?
No.
Okay,
I
go ahead,
can't
show.
think of anything.
Go ahead. Correct. Fan and James and Ash, you got it right. It's Dragon's Dogma.
Okay. I was trying to think of Dragon games, but like I was stuck.
We were talking about it on the pod. All
I
right.
know.
Ash, go ahead.
100 for Dragon Games.
We're saving the OST for the last round,
Yeah.
huh? I like that. All right. Square Enix's long-running RPG series with 11 current main entries. If you guys don't get this, I quit.
Especially you, James.
Okay.
Right?
This All right.
All right, show.
Is it Square Enix?
Correct. It's Dragon Quest. All right. Go ahead, Ash.
Let's rip the band-aid. What's the OSC for 500?
All right.
All right. Pause it there.
Okay.
Yeah,
I set the time limit to 25 seconds.
yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully
Ash, are you
everybody
abstaining?
knows.
Abstaining, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fan?
I have no idea.
Okay. I just need the name of the game. I don't need the title of the song. You know, like
Okay.
kudos points for you if you know the name of the song, but just the game is sufficient.
Yeah.
Yep. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. That's correct, James.
Okay.
That's
The
the
song is
first
called
level.
Another
Amazing
Winter.
song.
It is one of my favorites. All right, James,
Yep.
you're bored.
Never played
what's
it.
that OSC for 400? Good game. You
All
should
right.
get it.
Oh, I have it. I just never
Oh.
played it. I bought it before it got pulled from the eShop.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
I'll do 15
We all know
seconds.
this theme. I just forgot the game. I feel so sad. Oh my god. I know the song. I just don't know the game.
Yeah.
Fan?
Uh,
Okay. You want me to play it one more time?
no. I can hear the tune in my head. I'm just trying to think of what game it ties to.
Mm.
I am not answering, man. I'm like,
Don't know.
I'm
James?
drawing a blank.
bless her.
That is correct. Breath of the Wild.
That's what I thought. Okay,
I
That's
knew it was a Zelda
like
game, I just couldn't figure out what it was.
it's been a
Cass
while.
to see when he
James.
It's been a while.
plays. What's that OSC for 300?
Okay.
Because I was thinking Majora's Mask for some reason. The freaking dude with the
Oh, the little is he the mask guy or
the
didn't he have
mask,
the
yeah,
thing
the
that-
mask
Yeah,
seller.
the
I have
mascot, yeah.
seller.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh, sweet. I misspelled that badly. Hold up a second.
I hope
Oh,
I
Man,
get it
no,
right.
not gonna answer.
I have no
Okay.
idea what this one is.
Done.
Okay. Go ahead.
Jesus.
Bless you. Yep, Sonic Adventure is correct.
Yeah.
Yep. I better get that one right.
It's At Dawn, Speed Highway. All right,
Yep.
Ash, you're bored.
200 OST.
Guess what, Ash? You've come across the last attack and defend. Do you want to try to take James
Defending.
down a peg? You're in
Defending.
defend. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this question's just for you, Ash.
Yep. Oof. I don't know. I'm losing points on this
You want
one.
to take a guess? Because you don't
No,
lose
no.
anything if you guess. No? Okay. The correct answer is
yeah.
Paper Mario Thousand Year Door Rogue Port.
I forgot about that one. Holy crap. Jeez.
All right. So I'll choose the last question for you guys. I know it's going to be a hefty burden, so I'm taking that off of you. This is 400.
All right.
Oh, wait a second. Did I mess that up?
Uh-oh. Yeah. The same song, yeah.
Oh, no.
It's the same song.
Yeah, wait a second. Did I not click that right? Oh, it must have gotten messed up. Okay. Well, since it was just for 100, I'm just going to give you guys because I think you would have gotten it right. All three, you would have gotten it right anyways. It was the Wii Sports.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You guys would have gotten that.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right, I don't know what happened there. I apologize for the technical difficulties. Otherwise, that was a perfectly run game for the most part. All right. So this is where we're at. Ash is at 1,200 points. James at 3,700. Fans at 1,700. Pretty close. So now I'm going to show you the category for Final Memory. And you guys have to DM me through Discord what your bet is when you see what the category is. So let me go back to that. All right. I didn't. Oh no, I lost what the scores were.
It's fine.
Well,
I remember my score.
We all
What was
We
remember.
can rewind it a little bit.
12,
on the-
1200,
rewind it.
Ash, 1700
Yeah,
myself, 3700 James.
Yeah.
He had 3,700.
Yes, he had 3700.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry about that. All right.
No, you're good.
The category is ESRB.
Okay.
Right?
ESRB.
The rating?
So you guys just DM me what your bet is.
I wrote my bet on my board.
No, you have to DM me it.
300.
No, disregard the 300. That's just because
okay.
there's no final. There's no thing there. Okay.
All right.
Did you do it?
Yep.
Okay. Oops. Okay. Let me see your guys' DMs. Okay, so Fan, I have yours. And then Ash, I have his. Then James, I have yours. All right, here we go. The question is, this franchise was the main impetus behind the creation of the ESRB in July 1994. I will take 3 different answers, but there is one main correct one. Questions from listener Tommy to Zombie.
Oh, that's from one of our viewers?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that. Okay. I think I know this one.
1994.
Okay, let me know when everybody's done.
All right. I'm ready.
James?
Yeah,
ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, and Fan, still thinking?
Trying to go back in time. Okay.
You got it written?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and show me, guys. Mortal Kombat is the correct answer. All of you guys.
For real?
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh,
it's
I
technically
didn't
Mortal
think-
Kombat, not Mortal Kombat 2, but that's fine. Mortal Kombat is close enough.
Yeah, I just put Mortal Kombat.
I was not thinking it was going to be Mortal Kombat because the question was just too easy. I don't.
I thought ESRB would be kind of a tricky one to bet on, so I made the question a little. Well, it's him. It's he did the question, but I thought that was a pretty good question because the category is kind of you could think it's kind of like an off ball kind of question.
Yeah.
All right, so the final score tally today is.
I mean, James has like freaking 7,400
James
points.
won. I hated it. I wish you guys would have attacked
I
him.
mean, he did say Mortal Kombat.
I mean, if I got it wrong, I would have ended up with 1 point because I bet
I did. And remember he said he will take 3 different answers, but there's one main one, and I said
There's one correct
He
answer.
said 2.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
If you guys want to give me that loss, that's fine.
I don't know.
Yeah, because I put Mortal Kombat. I didn't put Mortal Kombat 2. I didn't put Mortal Kombat 3.
That's
I just put
true.
Mortal Kombat.
God, but is it in the spirit of the game? I feel bad about that. You're right. I mean, Mortal Kombat, I don't even think was. You know what? If Mortal Kombat came out in 1994, I'll give you the point, James, even if that wasn't the main impetus. But if it didn't, then you're not
Let's
getting
find
it.
out. Yes.
All
Do
right.
Mortal Kombat
2. Oops. Game.
2026. I definitely lost that.
Not
2026
the live action
event?
film. Wrong one.
Video game.
There we go. November 1993. So, James, you're fine.
Yeah.
Because
okay.
I heard 3 different
So-
answers, so I thought it was a specific Mortal Kombat at the time. So I was like, okay, 2 was definitely out
Night
by
Trap,
then.
Mortal Kombat, Doom. So James, of course, wins with 5,700 points. He's.
Oh,
I'm trying
he
to think
didn't.
who won. Did you win 2 weeks ago with Geek, James? I forget.
Mm-hmm. I won with
Did
Geek.
you?
Oh, he
Okay,
didn't-
So,
he
so
didn't go
far,
all
James
in?
is undefeated. I don't remember.
I would have went all in.
No, I'm playing it smart.
Oh,
That time that me and Ash tied is because I went all in.
Yep.
But I wanted to be fair to
See?
Ash.
I almost went all
This
in.
time I went all in.
I went 16.99. So if I lost, I would have had 1 point, and I was hoping
$1.
both of
Yeah,
you,
1 point.
both of you
I made
went
sure
all in,
that
so
if-
then if you both lost, I would still got 1 point.
I did it so that I can at least tie you just in case. Oh
James,
man,
somebody has to knock you down a peg.
I don't think anybody can, unfortunately. That's it.
Yeah,
I'm
those-
just
The OST and the developer categories really got me the most.
Yeah.
I can't believe
And
I got
and the links
the
locations, bro. I'm
link
not as
locations
old as
were-
the
Mercy.
Dragon
I'm not as
Age
old as
one.
them,
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we were, we did so
Dragon
much of
Age,
the
that's what pissed me
developer.
You just did the developer categories, yeah.
Yeah, and
I
then we
think your
chose, I was
brain
like,
was stuck
wait a
on
minute.
that.
It was.
Dude, I was so pissed about that Dragon because I knew what the game was, and I'm like, bro, it's
Yeah.
Dragon. Dragon.
Yeah.
I'm like, where is it, bro? Like,
I
come
knew-
on, like-
If my brain would have just shut that off, I would have gotten that answer because I love Dragon Age.
You won, James. Stop your complaining.
I could've had a better
only
score,
played
though.
I only played like Dragon Age Origins and stuff for like a little bit because I had like the EA Play back then and stuff. I thought it looked cool, but I wasn't really into it. But I understand it's a cult following behind it, which is why I remember it so much.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
so I knew which game that was. I just knew it.
Well, next time you
No.
guys will have a chance. You might want to start doing your Google researching on all these different things.
I mean,
Oh,
we
yeah,
don't know the
on
categories
on
beforehand, so
No.
Dude, on the links
true.
location, like, come on,
Yeah.
bro.
So, like, I
I
can't really
already
study.
I already got iced out. I already got
No.
iced out on that one, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not-
if
I'm not-
everything
what's-
was
what's- I'm not-
Persona
what's
theme,
his
I probably
name?
would lose. Like,
Maybe that will
Persona,
come.
any niche JRPGs, I got you on that one. So,
the guy
I don't know.
that ran Jeopardy for like freaking so many like runs and was like a millionaire.
Oh, Ken
Mhm.
Jennings. That's who's hosting
Yeah.
Jeopardy now.
all right. Well, that brings us to the end of today's podcast. Appreciate everybody for joining. As always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Follow over on Twitch. We'll be back. I'll be back Friday with another stream. This time, hopefully, to finish Eternal Darkness. I didn't. That's going to be a maybe though, because I do have something work related, not to do with the channel, but like actual like my personal work that I have to do on Friday. So I might not, depending on how tired I am after that, because a lot of stuff I got to do that Friday. But yeah, if not, we'll be back on Sunday with the podcast where you'll catch us with all the latest, greatest news. Depending on what news comes out, we'll see what happens and what we talk about. But yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget that like, subscribe button, follow over on Twitch. Brian, where can I catch you?
I'm at red_so_deep on Twitter.
What about you, Ash?
Asher Shrine on YouTube.
And you, Fan?
Phaneckswhy at all the socials.
And as always, you can catch me right here. See you guys next time.